what he's doing, but he seems to be doing something important.
Stream is on.
So stream is on. Oh, we're streaming now on the internet. Wonderful. Well, it does. It's key to do that. Still a little tired and recovering from the Terry Bradshaw live in the studio last week on Friday. I've been listening to a replay of it. By the way, Buddy Martin has a fantastic column on southernpigskin.com or his Facebook page talking about the time he spent with Terry Bradshaw last week. And if you don't read anything else this week, this is one of those that I think you should, it's a must-go read. A very, very good column about just who the person Terry Bradshaw is, the event of traversing the state back and forth, coming here for the live show, how Terry just can turn the light bulb on and leave it on. It's really a great read, and I suggest you go read that, the Martin Chronicles at southernpigskin.com or at Buddy Martin's Facebook page. It's really a good read. It was a great finale to what was, by all intents purposes, a great end to the week. The Martone family did a great job. Larry Whitler put together a video of stuff he videoed. The trailer was fantastic. I haven't watched the whole video. It's a 50-minute video. I hadn't watched it yet. But if it's anything like the trailer, it's going to be great. And Chris Spears of Prestige Auto, who was in studio, he got the last about 12 minutes of the show. And if you want to have belly laughter to the point where your gut hurts, you need to go. Buddy Martin put it up on his Facebook page, the Chris Spears video of Terry Bradshaw in studio. One of the funniest things you'll ever see or listen to in your days on this earth. Great job by everybody involved. I can't say enough about Dave Del Rio and the Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill for all they did. I mean, they brought in shrimp and grits. They brought in andouille sausage, muffalatos. They had meatballs. I mean, just amazing food brought in by Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Vic Buttermore at Signs Unlimited with the two great signs he had for welcoming Terry into town. Chris Spears for helping Buddy with a vehicle to traverse all over the state with Terry Bradshaw. Just thanks to thanks to everybody who showed up for the thing and for the event. It was really, really a huge success. And, you know, I really want to thank everybody involved. I know I'm forgetting some people, but just, Scott Lovell and Party Time Rentals with the amazing job they did with the chairs and the bleachers and the tables and all. I really want to thank them. Let's go out to the phone lines. Go out to line one. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hey, Jim. How are you?
You didn't give Terry any of that spam, right?
No, that's still in my office. Terry actually looked at it. He looked at it and he was like, this is what we eat in Hawaii. Yeah, he was quick to see it.
Yeah. Getting back to the Amtrak thing, that automatic speed control goes back to when Pennsylvania Railroad operated the thing. I'm guessing perhaps somebody just assumed that it was on both lanes of the track all these years. Because, I mean, that went in after World War II.
Well, Jim, when they had the wreck right there where a lot of people in 1943 where people got killed right at that same curve, troops returning home and everything. Yeah,
That's probably about when the automatic speed control was put in right after that wreck.
Well, Jim,
but apparently they only put it in on one side.
Well, you said a key word there, Jim. They assume. You know what happens when you assume?
Yeah, there you go.
So, all right, Jim. Thanks for the call, buddy.
All right. Have a good day. Bye.
We're going to take a break. When we get back, once again, Scott Lovell, Party Time Rentals, everybody involved with the Terry Bradshaw visit last week at the end of the week. Thanks so much for everything you do, for everything you did for us. Buddy Martin, myself, we really, without the help of this community, which once again, the city of Ocala, the community of Ocala came through for us, we would have been able to pull that off. The Martones, they did a great job. Thanks to everybody involved with that. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Saturday Night Live wrapped up its 40th season on Saturday night. Louis C.K. said some things that people think are a little controversial. We'll talk about that next, right here on the Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Hi, it's Lisa Midget, owner of the Proper Tease Salon in downtown Ocala. We are a Wella Professional Color Global Elite Salon, which basically means we really know what we're doing for your hair. We also specialize in Brazilian blowouts, hot heads extensions, and fabulous haircuts for men and women. We are located across from the downtown post office next to Southside Deli. Call us today for your appointment at 352-351-1771 or visit our website, properteasesalon.com. The Proper Tease Salon, giving classy a kick in the sassy. Come see us.
Hello, I'm Dawn Lovell, lead event designer and owner at Party Time Rentals. Have you ever wondered what it takes to make an event spectacular? Well, look no further. It's what we do every day. Whether you're hosting an intimate dinner for 10 or a gala for thousands, at Party Time Rentals, we find just the right style and elegance to make your event a success. Our extensive inventory of the finest in chandeliers, tents, crystal, china, and specialty items is featured in our fabulous showroom. Stop by and say hello. It's a great way to get ideas for an event and experience for yourself how you can make your party time special.
Party Time Rentals, located on Southwest 10th Street, just off Route 200 in Ocala, and off Southwest 34th Street in Gainesville. For more information, call 352-629-8858. That's 352-629-8858. The party begins at Party Time.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Washing a paper cup with water can make it feel better, at least temporarily. You probably know that grapes contain compounds that are proven to improve our health, but those same compounds are toxic to dogs, so never give them grapes or raisins. Short dates? Send the message that we're busy, which makes us interesting. They also let us part on a high note and walk away thinking, I can't wait to see that person again.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs. And all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News. Every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
WOCA.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala, live on a Monday afternoon from the palatial studios of WOCA Radio. Hosted Terry Bradshaw for 2 hours on Friday, a fantastic day. You'll hear some of that replayed in a Terry Bradshaw Southern Pigskin tonight. This week at 5 o'clock on Thursday. Tom James joining me a couple days this week. His buddy Martin, after tomorrow, will be out of town for the remainder of the week. Tom James will be in the studio joining me for a few days of radio. Should be a pretty good time, but on today's show, Buddy Martin, of course, he'll have Michael Compton of Blood Horse Magazine. Franz Beard will make his Monday stop, of course, as well as Joe Williams of Mile High Sports. All that coming up today. Buddy, I'm sure Buddy's going to have some comments about an event that starts tonight, the last 3 episodes of The Late Show with David Letterman. I'm sure Buddy will talk about that. Plus 60 Minutes last night. If you missed 60 Minutes last night, they had 2 hours of 60 Minutes last night. Was it 2? No, 2 hours last week. It was only 1 hour last night. They had 2 hours of Battle Creek last night because The Good Wife is done for the season, as is, I believe, Madam Secretary. But 60 Minutes last night, if you didn't see 60 Minutes last night, it was one of those episodes where they 60 Minutes every now and then will come up with episodes that just make you go, huh. And when they showed the project that is going to be the Smithsonian's African American Museum, when they actually brought out the Bible that was taken from Nat Turner when he was locked up for the rebellion that he caused in Virginia, where, if you don't know the story, Nat Turner, if you don't know the story, please pick up a high school history book and read about it again. Nat Turner led a slave and free blacks rebellion in Virginia with farm implements and tools until they started killing people and they took their weapons and their guns and everything. It scared people in the South who were used to the African Americans at the time being enslaved, and this was the rallying cry they did. It was in the 1831 or 18. Actually, look that year up for me. The Nat Turner Rebellion. It was 1830 something, I believe. I can't remember the year.
August 21st to the 22nd of 1831 in Southampton County, Virginia.
So I was right. It was 1831. See, sometimes I don't trust myself. But Nat Turner led a rebellion. It scared the plantation owners and the slave owners of the South because they didn't think, at the time, you got to remember what time it was back then. They didn't think that, they thought of the slaves as savages, and now here, to slave owners, here savages were with weapons, taking arms up against them. It scared people of the South and led to a lot of more brutality in the South after the Nat Turner rebellions. A very, very important time in African American history in this country, what Nat Turner did, and the way, the violence, and the way that they were just, you're enslaved, you're in chains, you're getting whipped on a daily basis. Eventually, violence is the only thing that you think the people that supposedly own you will understand. And it was very, very brutal. But Nat Turner said that he was reading the Bible, and the Bible told him to do it. And the Bible that Nat Turner carried with him at all times, they have in this museum. It's going to be the African American Museum African American History Museum, part of the Smithsonian. It'll open in 2017. And here's the crazy thing. Do you know when this got approved by Congress to be built and everything? This is crazy. Do you know when Congress okayed the money to be allocated to build this part of the Smithsonian?
When?
Just take a guess.
2010?
1922.
Really?
And because of bigotry and, just no desire to let African Americans have a voice of their history in the Smithsonian. It is drug on and drug on and drug on through bureaucracy, and now it's finally coming to where it's actually going to happen. But I found that to be just appalling.
93 years later.
I mean, if that's not in a nutshell the kind of just lack of respect the African Americans have endured in this country, I don't know what is. Congress approved this museum in the 1920s. And it's 2015, and we're just building it. But it's very fascinating how they went out and they did like basically an African American looking for African American artifacts. So they did like an antique roadshow. They took out people that knew furniture, people that knew books, that knew paintings, everything, and just went and would meet in certain. I told you, if you have something that you think is important to African American history, bring it in. Looked at thousands of things, picked 65 to put in the museum. But some of the most incredible, like they have a violin that one of these African slaves of the 1840s used to entertain the wealthy plantation owners that's been passed down from family, generation to generation of African Americans through the family. Just some fascinating stuff. And 60 Minutes last night had a whole 20-minute segment on this museum that, for me with history, and I know everybody says, well, the victors get to tell the history. No, it should never be like that. I thought until I got to college, that's where we get robbed in high school. Till I got to college, I thought I knew a lot about history, and I knew a lot about how the Caucasian book writers of high school history wanted you to know about history. I didn't know the plight of the Chinese building railways. I didn't know the plight of the African American slaves, except for what was told in the books, the way it was told in high school books. It's not until I got to college that I was able to decipher just some of the parts of our history that are not very glamorous. But 60 Minutes did a good job on that last night. After the break, we'll talk about Louis C.K.'s Saturday Night Live monologue right here on the Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Does osteoarthritis bring frustration with every step? Do pain and stiffness affect your everyday activities? If so, you may be interested in a research study for the treatment of pain associated with osteoarthritis. Rinstar Medical Research is conducting a research study of an investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 40 and 75 and who have been treated for the pain associated with osteoarthritis for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. To learn more about this osteoarthritis study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. Again, that's 352-629-5800.
Hi, I'm Tom Ingram, CEO of Gateway Bank, the new old-fashioned bank. Let us introduce you to Ocus, a simple way to bring your business online. Through this relationship, your business can have a fully functioning website in less than 30 minutes. We will also provide you support with social media, sales tracking, e-commerce, and online scheduling, which is all optimized for mobile users. Ocus, now at Gateway Bank, Silver Springs Boulevard, Ocala. Come visit our technology center for your total small business solution. I'm Tom Ingram, and I'll see you there.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant.
We are The Source, WOCA.
Fox Fox News Radio, I'm Pam Puso. Parts of Waco, Texas remain locked down.
More than 170 are in jail already in Waco following the deadly brawl and shootout erupting at the Twin Peaks restaurant along I-35 in Waco. Hundreds of members of as many as 5 rival biker gangs got into it.
Fox News Radio's Evan Brown, the restaurant is permanently closed. A funeral in Michigan for one of the victims of last week's train derailment.
Rachel's impact will stay and grow with us, as she lives in our hearts and our minds.
Amtrak trains are running again between New York and Philadelphia. Hundreds are dead as ISIS gains control of a key Iraqi city.
There's no denying that this is a setback, but there's also no denying that the United States will help the Iraqis take back Ramadi.
State Department spokesman Jeff Rathke. Fox News, we report, you decide.
And now another golf confessional brought to you by Golfsmith. A man told his wife he was losing his grip on reality, and the best way to reclaim it was to go to Golfsmith for their fitting days going on now. There he was custom fit for the latest clubs like Ping G30 irons and the Cobra Fly Z driver. Now he's got a better grip on his game and is winning every round he plays against his 3 imaginary friends. Get fit during Golfsmith fitting days. It's free, it's fast, it's fundamental. Golfsmith, anything for golf.
At Choice Hotels, we know business trips start with a choice. Stay or go. You can press send or press palms. Start a chat room or chat in an actual room. Just remember, opportunities won't come to you. You got to get out there to get things done.
Should I stay or should I go?
ChoiceHotels.com makes it fast and easy to find a range of Choice Hotels like Comfort Inn and Suites. So stay with us for business and book now at ChoiceHotels.com. You always have a choice.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
On the next AM Ocala Live, Robin and I will be speaking to Bob Baboian. He's an auto industry consultant, a corrosion expert, and he wants to talk to us about ways to inspect and protect our cars, boats, and household from corrosion.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events are bite-sized.
And then Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin will be on the air answering your questions about your lawns and your gardens in the Garden with Carol Ann.
Stephen Yaffa is an investigative journalist and an award-winning screenwriter doing projects for MGM, Michael Douglas, and Paramount. He's written a new book called Grain of Truth, The Real Case For and Against Wheat and Gluten.
And then from Damage Control Services, Joe Reichel will be here answering your do-it-yourself home repair questions and giving you advice if you need more help than you can do yourself.
Seth Posner from AA Lock, Dock, and Security will be in the studio speaking about security systems.
All of that plus fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM.
1370 AM.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala on a Monday, overcast Monday afternoon. It is the rainy season, so it's a time where it's going to start. The sea breezes will start coming in off the west coast and the east coast. They'll collide somewhere around the center of the state, and we'll get afternoon thunder showers. It is the state we live in. A lot better than Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, though. They had storms over the weekend that just were. I saw watched somebody. That's the thing I don't understand. Storm chasers.
The ones who hunt down the tornadoes and stuff after they touch down?
That go look for the... a tornado can turn and come and pick you up and throw you miles. My idea of chasing a storm is running from it.
That's not chasing a storm,
And
Tom.
these people... No, when chasing storms, they're chasing you.
True.
These people drive towards them. That's a job I wouldn't want. This weekend was the finale of the season for Saturday Night Live. Louis C.K., who is a comedian of some note to the younger generation or to people who like comedy. Louis C.K.'s, he's one of the hot names right now in comedy. Would you agree with that, Ashley?
I'm not really into comedy, Tom.
So you wouldn't recognize Louis C.K. if I put him in a lineup for you, let's say.
Nope, definitely not.
Well, let's just go and let's just understand that Louis C.K. is pretty popular in the comedy circles. And he does edgy comedy. And when I mean edgy, I mean right there on the cusp of what could be deemed too much by some. However, I did comedy in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and South Carolina for quite a few years with Jamie Morgan and Monty Allen. With the three of us would tour around. We did Chris Cope. I did some comedy with Chris Cope. J.C. Caracas. I worked with James Yon, who is a local comedian here. Did quite a bit of comedy for quite a few years. And so among comedians will tell you nothing's out of bounds. If you do it correctly, nothing is out of bounds. Nothing is over the edge, because that's what it is. It's comedy, so it's making fun of things, and nothing's over the edge there. Chris Rock would tell you nothing's over the edge. Dave Chappelle proved on his show a lot that nothing was over the edge. Well, Louis C.K., who was hosting Saturday Night Live this weekend, he's not a stranger, like I said, to edgy comedy, and I don't think he disappointed, but some people went after him on Twitter. And what he had talked about was his experiences growing up in the 70s. And Louis C.K. was born in 1967, I was born in 1966, so I grew up in the 70s. He said no one in the 70s was really that offended by racist remarks in the 70s. And I thought, oop, Louis, that might get you in trouble. That may get you in trouble. But in the way he formed it, he said he even admitted he had mild racism today. And one of his jokes was, like if he would go into an Italian pizzeria and saw 4 black women working there, he'd go, see, mild racism. Unless, of course, it was called 4 African Americans running a pizza parlor, and then he'd see it. And he said, and then he had the other mild racism was, if he was going in for surgery and the doctor that walked in was Indian or Chinese, he was like, yeah, I appreciate that. I could go with that. That's good. And so people really were starting to hammer him for making way over the top racist remarks. And I thought, the political correctness police have lost their minds a little bit. And then is where he really got people stirred up. He said, he started talking about child molestation. And that's not a good subject. That's one of those subjects that even in comedy, there's no subject out of bounds, but there's just subjects that, where can you go with it?
Just sounds like a bad idea to talk about.
It just sounds bad when he first started into it. He said he had a child molester that lived down the street, and it was no big deal to most people at the time. He said they were very tenacious people, pointing out the fate of those who caught doing it. And then he made several references to the notation that molesting must be amazing if molesters are willing to get caught doing it.
Oh, no. That's
and
terrible.
And Twitter exploded. And I thought, in all my years of comedy, in all my years of fighting against political, people who say you got to be politically correct and all, I never thought I'd see a day where I said, that is over the line. And I found myself saying, that's over the line. Because then he went on to say, from their point of view, from molesters' point of view, it must be amazing to risk as much as they did. The audience was silent. And then he started comparing how he enjoys Mounds bars to the abuse of a child. And I thought, how's he going to get out of this? And he never got out of it. And I'll be honest with you, Louis C.K., a guy who I thought was a very funny guy, who I felt like had some intelligent jokes that he would tell at times, crossed a line on Saturday night. And I, as a comedian and a person who has done a lot of comedy, written a lot of comedy for comedians, like Jamie Morgan, you can Google Jamie Morgan. He's a working comedian now that still uses quite a few jokes I help him write and everything. So I never thought I would say that there was something that really crossed the line. But I grew up in the 70s, and I don't think, not one bit of me thinks anything about child molestation should be compared to having a good time. Well, they must be. They're risking so much. That's just terrible.
That's not just crossing a line. That's kind of like beating the line down.
It really is. I mean, it's just that when I heard and Twitter exploded, and I don't get caught up in that. Whoa, did you just hear that? And give my opinion on stuff like that and all, because it's just the trolls out on the internet are just such that you'll get killed either way. And so I try to stay out of the whole Twitter arguments and everything. But I read a lot of tweets, and there were people that were really, really just on him. Like Cindy Wrightson said, she said, "Wow, NBC, the Louis C.K. monologue was not only terrible, it was actually offensive." And I have to agree. Blondie wrote out, "I thought Louis C.K. was not funny in his opening monologue and offensive. How dare he put children in that kind of comedy light?" I thought she was right. Now, this guy had another take on it. Brian B. on Twitter said, "Louis C.K. probably just said the funniest yet most offensive line in TV history. You can't enjoy candy bars and child molestation. I'm surprised NBC put it out there." Maybe I'm making too much of it, and maybe in my old age I'm softening up or something, but that was, to me, the one thing you can't do is make light of, to me, what is the most putrid, wrong, ugly thing that can happen in society, and that's the abuse of a child by a sexual predator. I don't think there's anything, murder's terrible, and shooting up theaters and all that terrible, but I put child molestation and child exploitation right up there with those as the most heinous thing you could do. And then to make light of it like it's a Mounds candy bar, as good as a Mounds candy bar. Well, it must be the molesters, because they try to get away with it. They risk being the degradation of society. I just don't think you can make those jokes. It stunned me that it was out there. It crossed a line, and and if you disagree with me, give me a call, 622-9622, or if you agree with me, I don't know. It just, when I saw that, the first thing I did on Facebook was Sunday morning, I woke up, posted a Today Show, because the Today Show addressed it Sunday morning right away, and, they were distancing, NBC's line was they were distancing themselves from Louis C.K.'s, monologue, and I put it out on Facebook that this was going to be something I was going to talk about on today's show, because it offended me so greatly that I had to say something, because children are our most cherished resource that we have. Children should be protected at all costs, and to make light of what sexual predators do on a regular basis is something that I thought shouldn't have been allowed, and really, really drove me crazy. Let's go out to the phone lines. Hi, caller, who's this?
Hi, Tom and Ashley. This is Hugh calling.
Hey, Hugh, how are you?
Very good. See, I totally agree with you. I want to go back to in the late 70s when George Carlin, which I loved, I thought he was great, but he was when he was in Milwaukee in front of a mixed crowd of kids and adults, and they used the F word several times. Well, the city shut him down and told him to get lost, and that that was the end of his program there. But I agreed with him too at that time.
There's just children should not have to be. The dastardly act of molestation should never be made into a joke, and that's what happened Saturday night. And I can't go along with it.
Exactly right. Say, Tom, while I got you real quick, did you see the Star Banner this morning and that article about Tuscaloosa Park possibly becoming a state park?
Yeah, I saw that. I hadn't read the whole thing. I glanced over it, but I noticed something about that.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if that would be a good thing, because I know that was kind of one of your little pet projects, that park. And it was kind of a nice article about it, but, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, if the state park took over Silver Springs, and there ain't much going on over there as far as I can see.
Yeah, there ain't much going on over there, Hugh. Hey, thanks for the call, Hugh.
Oh, okay, take care.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, Buddy Martin will be joining us probably by phone, unless that's it. Is that the phone just ring? No, Buddy usually calls in on line one during the first hour. We'll try to get Buddy on the phone to set up hour number 2 and hour number 3 of the Voice of Ocala. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source. Do you remember when summer was a celebration? No schools, no worries, just days packed with your favorite pastime. It was the splendid season you dreamed of all year long. But as you got older and busier, the summer seemed to lose its sparkle. Where did those carefree days go? Well, they're closer than you think. Summer's still sensational at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club, where you can come out and play the grown-up way with our affordable summer memberships. Enjoy our championship golf course celebrating the game's greatest holes, hard-true tennis courts, and a state-of-the-art fitness center. Explore our stately 77,000-square-foot clubhouse and unwind at our relaxing spa.
Don't forget the pool!
It's a summer unlike any other, and it's yours with a Golden Ocala summer membership. You can call Golden Ocala at 629-6229 to inquire about a summer membership, or you can visit goldenocala.com to learn more. That's goldenocala.com.
Whenever you're searching for an attorney, you want somebody with knowledge who has a commitment to our community and our state. Such is the case with Daniel L. Hightower, PA lawyer. In everything from car and other motor vehicle accidents, work accidents, personal injury, and wrongful death cases. Daniel L. Hightower also handles Social Security disability and bankruptcy. Call him today at 352-629-7777 or check out danhightower.com. Daniel L. Hightower, fighting for accident victim justice since 1976. Need a car? Need financing? Need somebody to cut through the red tape and send you rolling down the highway? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Got great credit and just prefer a quality pre-owned car at a fair price from somebody you can trust? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Want to avoid high pressure to feel appreciated and be able to choose from a wide selection of AutoCheck and Carfax certified vehicles? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Prestige Auto Sales in Ocala and Bellevue. Prestige, it's all there in our name.
For generation after generation, America's heroes have been fighting for our freedoms, and it's those freedoms that have allowed us here at Mike Scott Plumbing to prosper and grow in this great land of ours. At Mike Scott Plumbing, we help thousands of customers every day with everything from irrigation to repairing the kitchen sink. But if there's one thing that absolutely, positively needs to be maintained, it's your septic system. If you don't maintain your septic system, it could fail completely, leaving you with a big bill and an even bigger mess. So we here at Mike Scott Plumbing would like to help all of those who have helped us. If you have your septic pumped and you're a veteran, we would like to extend to you a special discount. Just mention this ad. Please call our office to schedule your appointment today, 866-314-4443. And from all of us here at Mike Scott Plumbing, thank you for your service.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
WWOCA,
Your source for the #1 sports weekends. Fox Sports, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala, wrapping up hour number 1 on a Monday afternoon, an overcast Monday afternoon. Now, we're joined by Ashley, the intern. Ashley, now, I talked about 60 Minutes and Saturday Night Live. Let's take a night of TV viewing for Ashley on the weekend. You a big TV person?
Not really a TV person, but I do watch Netflix sometimes.
Netflix, now, that's like House of Cards and stuff like that?
Well,
or do you just watch movies?
I watch
and stuff?
movies. I did see a good movie this weekend, though.
What'd you watch?
I watched The Duchess with, what's her name? She's in Pirates of the Caribbean, but I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Keira Knightley?
Keira Knightley, thank you. I watched The Duchess starring Keira Knightley, and it was fantastic. I was looking for a happy movie, but can I just say that was not a happy movie?
The Duchess was not a happy movie, huh?
No, it was not.
Well, see, I would think, now, what was the premise of it?
It was about a duchess back in the 1700s who was forced to marry a man for his position. He was a duke, and all he wanted out of her was an heir, and he didn't love her, and he was cheating on her. It was just a very sad movie. There was no happy ending.
Wow. And you would think that a movie like that, The Duchess, that it sounds like, just from the title, it sounds like some sort of medieval or maybe turn of the century type, rich English person, and it's just going to be about their life or something. And it was a very dark movie then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, the tag on the movie was, it said something along the lines of, the Duchess dabbles in politics, she drinks, she plays cards, and she takes a lover. And I thought, oh, wow, this sounds really intriguing. No, just sad. Just very sad.
Wow. So scratch that off my list of movies to watch, The Duchess. There we go. Not going to Netflix. And that's the thing about Netflix. Sometimes you just put Netflix on. There's Buddy Martin coming in the studio. Luke, the intern, by his side. That's the thing about Netflix. Is sometimes you get great movies. It's just the luck. Sometimes you get terrible movies. So, Netflix is one of those things that Netflix, Hulu, 5 years from now, they're going to be what everybody does. Cable and all that was going to go away, I think, except for, I think the only things that will stay around on live television are sporting events, probably, and presidential campaigns, which are useless to me. So, Buddy Martin on his way in studio on today's show. Sure, we'll get Buddy's reaction to Terry Bradshaw. His visit here Friday, plus Buddy's column he wrote at southernpigskin.com. See what Buddy thought about it, because Buddy watches 60 Minutes. Get Buddy's take on his viewing of 60 Minutes.
Didn't see it.
Didn't see it. And then didn't see 60 Minutes, did you? I
saw Selma, though.
You did see Selma this weekend.
Got some comments about that.
Yeah, well, I'll let you have your comments about that. Being the voice of Ocala with Buddy Martin,
Did you
it's your
see it?
show and everything.
Did you see Selma?
Yes, I've seen the movie. I had my comments about Selma about 6-7 months ago.
Now I get to get mine.
Right. So
What are these, by the way?
Next, Buddy Martin in the house on a Monday, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
When you were a kid, you had all sorts of toys. Toy cars, boats, trucks, Entire toy boxes full of fun. Of course, you never really outgrow your toys, do you? It's just that now, instead of a box full, you have a garage full. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, ATVs, and more. As you get older, your love of toys just gets stronger. So protect those toys the best way possible by switching to Allstate. An Allstate agent can help do the switching, paperwork, bundle all your policies together, and even find you a bunch of discounts. So if you love your toys, make sure you protect your toys by making one call to an Allstate agent.
Protect all your toys with Allstate and the McDonald Agency. Established in 1985, we have offices in Ocala and the Villages to better serve you. Give us a call at 622-2333. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Are you in good hands?
May is Watch Month. It's also a time to start thinking about that special graduate in your life. A terrific line of watches at Goss & Son Jewelers will make the perfect gift for that graduate. Rolex, Tag Heuer, Philip Stein. For graduation, birthdays, anniversaries, check out the line of fine watches and jewelry at Goss & Son Jewelers just to say I love you. Goss & Son Jewelers, the oldest Rolex jeweler in Central Florida. Downtown Ocala for 65 years. If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lake Weir sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lake Weir. Seating now available.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account, plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account opened. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey Checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
Whether you're building it up or knocking it down, get it done, rent it now. Sunbelt Rentals is here to make your job a little easier. Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right equipment for any job, big or small. Did you know that Sunbelt Rentals carries heaters, air conditioners, generators, lighting, traffic control, and so much more? So whether you're building it up or knocking it down, we've got the equipment you need. Get it done, rent it now. And right now, for a limited time, you can have it for less. Just by mentioning this ad, if you rent it Friday afternoon, you can keep it the whole weekend and only pay for one day. But this is a limited time offer, so stop into Sunbelt Rentals today, Northwest 27th, just a quarter mile east of I-75. For more information, just give us a call, 352-369-9101. 352-369-9101. Sunbelt Rentals. Get it done, rent it now. 352-369-9101.
Wow, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Who did this?
P&P Tikis and more, of course. Now I have a tiki hut for shade, and I can enjoy the sounds of my cascading fountain while feeding my koi fish in my own pond. They even fixed my fence and redid all my landscaping. Nice to see a professional, reliable, family-owned business. Yes, P&P Tikis is the natural Florida tiki builder and water features designer. With free estimates, P&P Tikis is licensed and insured. Call 352-877-3307 for your very own tiki hut and more. That's 352-877-3307. P&P Tikis.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. President Obama announcing some military-style equipment will no longer be available to local police forces, saying it can send the wrong message.
So we're going to prohibit some equipment made for the battlefield that is not appropriate for local police departments.
The president at the Ray and Joan Kroc Salvation Army Center in Camden, New Jersey. The probe continues into the bloody battle that left 9 gang members dead at a Waco, Texas restaurant. Police Sergeant Patrick Swanton.
We had people stabbed, we had people shot, and we had people beat.
The crime scene is still being worked on with SWAT teams overseeing just in case the biker gangs try to target the police officers. The restaurant is shut down and the corporate end of Twin Peaks has pulled the local franchise license.
Fox Radio's Evan Brown. An appeals court says YouTube should not have been forced to take down an anti-Muslim film that sparked violence in the Mideast. The court sided with YouTube owner Google on free speech grounds. Fox News, we report, you decide.
And now another golf confessional brought to you by Golfsmith. A man told his wife he was losing his grip on reality, and the best way to reclaim it was to go to Golfsmith for their fitting days, going on now. There he was custom fit for the latest clubs like Ping G30 irons and the Cobra Fly Z driver. Now he's got a better grip on his game and is winning every round he plays against his 3 imaginary friends. Get fit during Golfsmith fitting days. It's free, it's fast, it's fundamental. Golfsmith, anything for golf.
At Choice Hotels, we know business trips start with a choice. Stay or go. You can press send or press palms. Start a chat room or chat in an actual room. Just remember, opportunities won't come to you. You got to get out there to get things done.
Should I stay or should I go?
ChoiceHotels.com makes it fast and easy to find a range of Choice Hotels like Comfort Inn and Suites. So stay with us for business and book now at ChoiceHotels.com. You always have a choice.
Yes, it's time again for Buddy Martin. Call him up and tell him what you're thinking. But be kind because he's doing the best he can.
I'm just sick of all the amateur stuff, you know? I mean, like, if I'm paying top dollar, I want a little production value, you know? Like some editing, transition, something, some music.
Don't worry, we didn't leave you.
He's gone? He's not gone. That's the whole point. He's never gone.
Our bosses say we gotta stay.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
It's time for the second hour of The Voice of Ocala.
Hoo-ah! You ever come across anything like time travel?
Come on, stick around. It's free.
If you win, you win. If you lose, you still win.
Hello, welcome to Hour 2 of the program, Voice of Ocala. Buddy Martin joining the show in progress. Glad to be with you here on this Monday after a tumultuous 3 or 4 days. What a great couple of days we had with Terry Bradshaw. You've heard about it a lot on this show. Everywhere I go, people say, gosh, I wish I could have been there. Gosh, I didn't get to hear it. Gosh, I thought it was great. I saw the video online. And we know that you people who are listening to the show, all 51 of you, or 52, get a little tired of us talking about it, but it's just a little bit different.
I thought it was 99 by the time the day was over.
Just Friday. For the day. Just for the day.
Oh, just for that one day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So today I've encountered a lot of comments. How many times would you say we mentioned Terry Bradshaw that was going to be in studio on this program? Just take a rough guess. Over the last 2 weeks, how many times have we said on this air that Bradshaw would be here on Friday?
Okay. This question kind of makes me think somebody actually counted and told you.
Nope.
I bet we said it 80, 90 times.
80, 90?
80 or 90.
What did you say, Luke? How many would you say?
Probably 60, 70.
60, 70. Okay. So somewhere around 75 or 80 will go in there sometimes that we have mentioned. Now, you played a spot for a while too, Tom. Don't forget that.
Yeah, I did.
So I could say easily close to 100 times. All right?
Yes.
All right. Now, let me ask you this. When something important happens at a meeting or is going to happen in a meeting, let's just take a county commission meeting. All right, Tom?
All right.
That you think there's some news is going to happen, something's going to happen. How do you find out about it?
Voice of Ocala.
Well, you can do that, but how else would you, if you didn't have the Voice of Ocala?
The county puts it. I'm on the email list where the county sends me notices
So
immediately
you get
what the agenda
ample notice about it.
I do, but I don't think the average person probably
Okay,
does.
but then between what's in the paper, the word gets out there, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, so if there's something important you wanted to know about, you have a good chance that you'd be able to see it by email.
Like the Golden Ocala summer membership promotion that we're doing.
Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to name names, but a county commissioner wrote me a note and said, how could I not have known about this, buddy? I'm sorry. I didn't make personal telephone calls to people. We had a small invite group. We did not invite any politicians except the mayor, and he couldn't come. And it was just a small group of people with VIP-type passes because why? We
It's a very small room.
We didn't want a circus in here for Terry, right? We didn't even invite the media per se, although some of them showed up. So we didn't want to make a circus out of it. But I would say to the county commissioner and others who want to know, if you think there's something on that you miss, the best advice I have for you, listen to the show. That's why it's here every day, 3 to 6. Just saying, don't want to sound arrogant, Luke. Am I being arrogant here?
No,
I don't be arrogant because I appreciate people wanting to see it, but once you got to stay around. If you want to hear something on this show, and we've had some, I must say, Tom, breaking my arm as I pat ourselves on the back, the last month we've been hitting it out the box with our.
I'd say the last 2 months, actually.
Well, at least the last 30 days.
I'll pat us a little harder than you will. So
yeah, but not us. Our guest list has been phenomenal.
I mean, we've had national championship winning football coach Urban Meyer, who just won this year's national championship. Steve Spurrier, who is an icon in the college sports world. Paul Feinbaum, who's the hottest talk show guy going on ESPN right now. Tony Barnhart, who is thought to be one of the premier knowledge people in all of college football on. We've had Terry Bradshaw live in the studio.
Tim Rosafort.
Had Tim Rosafort of Golf Channel on. We had Bob Herrig, the senior writer for ESPN in golf, on. We had, by the way, one of the most knowledgeable horse guys in the business, Michael Compton, who we're going to have on today.
Right.
He was on talking about the Kentucky Derby, and by the way, got it right. Here's a guy who writes and got the Derby right. Augie Griner, by the way, who is just somebody we know, but in the horse racing business, Augie Griner said it's going to rain. 15, 20 minutes before the race, I told somebody, it's going to rain. A friend of mine told me, very good horse guy, said he'd looked at all the models and everything, it was going to rain. Guy said, perfectly blue skies, it ain't going to rain. 5 minutes before the race started, the bottom fell out of it, rained all over. Augie Griner Jr.
And he said American Favorite would run well in the slot.
He would run, and he did. So, I mean, just from the people talking horses to people talking golf to people talking college football.
And we want to mention Daniel Owen and Mayor Gwynn and John McLeod and all the other people who've been on with us. So
Carl Zalek, Stan McLean,
yeah,
Kathy Bryant that comes on with us. So we get the people that if you're a listener, you would want to hear. And I tell you what the biggest comment I got this weekend, buddy, and I don't know what the biggest comment you got was, but the biggest comment I got from people, and my response back to them took them back some. They said, man, we listened to Terry Bradshaw on Friday. Well, we tuned in for the show, and it started at 3. Terry, we thought he'd be on at 3, didn't come on till 4, but that's a pretty good show y'all do. Man, I mean, that's the first time I listened. Well, where you been then?
Yeah.
Don't start listening to the show on Friday and say, wow, that's a pretty good show. It's been a pretty good show for 3.5 years.
Well, we think so, but hey, look, here's the deal. We just do our little show every day, and we hope people find us, and we do the best show we could do. And we do it like we're on CBS. If we were CBS, the best we can do on CBS, and we hope you like it. And gradually, people are finding it. Now, we joke about the size of the audience. It's obviously a little bigger than what we say, but we pride ourselves on being the only real afternoon talk show in Ocala, and it doesn't do just sports. And the thing I really liked about the response, and I got tons of emails and Facebook comments, whatever, from people, and thank you so much, were, buddy, you made us proud of Ocala. That's what I like about it. They were proud of Ocala. That Bradshaw came here, spent time with us. Anyway, enough patting ourselves on the back. It was quite a time. We're going to talk a little bit about it today, and I think Tom already touched on this. But I can't thank the people enough who made this possible, because this is a major undertaking, aside from getting Terry here, getting all the things we needed to make
all
it
the
work.
moving parts.
There's a lot of it, and I hate to put a pin on how much it would have cost us had we paid full rack rate on this thing. But because of our friendships with people and our partnerships in radio, we're able to work out a reasonable deal. And first and foremost, Dave Del Rio, who will be here tomorrow, I'm going to give him a big old hug. He put on such a great spread that I felt terrible that we were leaving to go eat, it's at Mark's.
I love the comment. Why are we leaving this food? Why don't we just eat here?
Yeah, right. Bradshaw. He loved it. And so, Dave says finger food. I thought we have a few, shrimp or whatever, My word, what a spread.
Hey, that shrimp and grits, the andouille sausage, the meatballs, the muffalotto sandwiches.
And that was just your first meal, because you powered down a filet mignon when you got to Mark's.
Well, you call me lots of things.
Yeah.
Late for food ain't never one of them.
Yeah. So I showed a little restraint, but the muffalotto sandwiches were incredible. But Dave, I just want to say Dave and Sue, fantastic. Appreciate it very much. Party Time Rentals, you mentioned Scott and Dawn Level, providing the bleachers outside and all the chairs in here and all the decorations that they did with the footballs and stuff was great. Also, Chris Spears, who was nice enough to give us a vehicle big enough we could get everybody in, the Bradshaw entourage in, to squire him around for a couple of days. Thank you, Chris, and Dan and Bob and those guys over there at Prestige. By the way, I was just there. They were really still talking about Bradshaw.
The video Chris Spears took that you put up on Facebook,
really good,
fantastic.
And that brings up the next one. I want to mention the Martones and Larry Whitler. What a great job he did of putting those videos up online. He recorded the entire show, all but the last 4 or 5 minutes, which conveniently Chris Spears did get. And it's online now on my Facebook page, not on my Facebook page for the program, but on Buddy Martin. And go there and find it. It's a picture. It's a Buddy Martin with a picture of Bradshaw and myself on it. So all the way around, and thanks to Tom James, of course, to Luke and the gang, everybody here, and to Hunter and whatever.
I mean, it was just.
It could not have been better.
From everything Dave did to what Scott Lovell and Don Lovell at Party Time did, and Vic Buttermore with the Signs Unlimited with the banners he did. How about John from the Great American Cookie Company?
Great big old Steeler cookie.
Huge Steeler cookie, Bradshaw 12, big
Terry
football.
got to the airport and said, I forgot my cookie.
I mean, just.
By the way, Landmark, just so you know, I remember on the air he says something about the fact that.
Climbed the fence.
He said, hey, out there at Landmark, I'd like to be able to fly my plane at midnight and get in here. We were locked out. And that night when we went to the airport and went to Landmark, not only was the gate open, there was a personal escort to make sure we got through with our vehicles to the tarmac. So, thanks.
Hey, and thanks to Cindy Nicholson and her staff. Top notch. Matter of fact, I believe the comment made from your mouth.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it yet. I want to save it for Cindy
You're
tomorrow.
going to say, well, we'll save it.
I did tell her about it.
You made a comment that I said, because that. High praise.
Yeah, our producer intern is saying it's time to go. Coming up next, David Letterman is saying goodbye. Lots of shows about that. We'll talk about Letterman and some of the guests he's got coming up next right here on the Voice of Ocala.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source. Got a morning or afternoon free this summer? Then check out the rolling hills of Pine Oaks Golf Course in Ocala. Clark Creamer and his staff will offer you a rich golfing experience that allows you to play this Ron Garl design. A fully stocked pro shop along with a snack bar and driving range offer the full golfing experience. So come check out Pine Oaks Golf of Ocala. For more information, go to pineoaksocala.com. Book your tee times now.
May is Watch Month. It's also a time to start thinking about that special graduate in your life. A terrific line of watches at Goss & Son Jewelers will make the perfect gift for that graduate. Rolex, Tag Heuer, Phillips Stein. For graduation, birthdays, anniversaries, check out the line of fine watches and jewelry at Goss & Son Jewelers just to say I love you. Goss & Son Jewelers, the oldest Rolex jeweler in Central Florida. Downtown Ocala for 65 years.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant.
Let's give it up for old asphalt and a new pair of shoes. Let's give it up for a good rhythm meeting a sweet melody. For a church cookout under clear skies. Let's give it up for good things coming together, like bundling your auto and other policies together with an Allstate agent, which can save you time and keep you better protected. Let's give it up for good.
To receive your comparative insurance quote, contact the McDonald Agency at 622-2333.
Hi, it's Lisa Midget, owner of the Proper Teeth Salon in downtown Ocala. We are a Wella Professional Color Global Elite Salon, which basically means we really know what we're doing for your hair. We also specialize in Brazilian blowouts, hot heads extensions, and fabulous haircuts for men and women. We are located across from the downtown post office next to Southside Deli. Call us today for your appointment at 352-351-1771 or visit our website, properteethsalon.com. The Proper Teeth Salon, giving classy a kick in the sassy. Come see us.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Buried under receipts and confusing tax code? Let Crippen & Company help. They work hard to make the tax preparation process as painless as possible. With offices in Ocala and the Villages, their team is dedicated to helping clients with corporate and personal tax returns, bookkeeping for businesses, and estate planning for the future. Crippen & Company crafts a truly customized experience for each client's needs while alleviating stress and creating a big picture of your overall financial health. Call 352-732-4260 or visit crippencpa.com to get started.
On the next AM Ocala Live, Robin and I will be speaking to Bob Baboian. He's an auto industry consultant, a corrosion expert, and he wants to talk to us about ways to inspect and protect our cars, boats, and household from corrosion.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events are bite-sized.
And then Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin will be on the air answering your questions about your lawns and your gardens in the garden with Carol Ann.
Stephen Yaffa is an investigative journalist and an award-winning screenwriter doing projects for MGM, Michael Douglas, and Paramount. He's written a new book called Grain of Truth, The Real Case For and Against Wheat and Gluten.
And then from Damage Control Services, Joe Reichel will be here answering your do-it-yourself home repair questions and giving you advice if you need more help than you can do yourself.
Seth Posner from AA Lock, Dock, and Security will be in the studio speaking about security systems.
All of that plus fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM.
1370 AM.
Back to Voice of Ocala, Buddy Martin with you today and tomorrow, and then I'll be out and about for a few days. Extended assignment I've got to do. Has something to do with the beach and a coach is all I can tell you about. And Tom will carry you all the way, as he does quite often. Great job, Tom, on Friday with the sheriff, Chris Spears, who you said one of the best Ask the Cops he ever did. Chris Spears. Chris, you said the same thing a while ago.
I did.
And now you got me to say it again.
Too many Chris's.
Chris Blair, the sheriff, said it was one of the best Ask the Cops he did on Friday, and I agree. I heard part of it. It's very good. So we will, Tom, you'll be carrying Greg this Friday. So the chief of police will be here.
I don't have to do anything. I just come in and say, Chief of Police Greg Graham, and just let him go.
Mike, let him go.
He's like the police version of Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, that's for sure. Bradshaw, we turned it on the other day. He did an hour 45. Just boom. I mean, he was what was incredible. Not to get too much into Bradshaw again. This man was already exhausted at this point.
Yeah.
He was barely hanging on, driving through the forest, coming from Jacksonville, nodding off. And just nodding off, whatever.
Off.
And he was just what he'd been through the last 48 hours. He was exhausted, and he came in here and he saw people, and when he sees people, he lights up.
The door. He knocked on the door, opened the door, looked at me and Tom James, and goes, "Hey, girls."
Yeah. Yeah. And you knew TV was in the room.
And what did he say? Thought you'd be taller.
Yeah.
And then my good friend Tom James, who's supposed to help me out here, says, "Oh no, wider. What's that about?"
Yeah, threw you under the bus. When you are with Bradshaw, by the way, get used to getting tire tracks on your back because you get under the bus.
Now Bradshaw was a favorite of Jay Leno's. He was on Jay Leno's a record
52.
amount, 52 times. Well, there's a guy going to be on David Letterman tonight, starting the last 3 shows.
Yeah, and he's, of course, calling it quits. Tom Hanks makes his 60th appearance on The Late Show.
60 times on David Letterman.
Yeah, and it's kind of not just a show going off the air, it's era ending.
Yeah, because this to me, and tell me if I'm reading this right, buddy, but this to me wraps up in my lifetime what Johnny Carson was the leader of, and now David Letterman's the last one with that. Even though Jimmy Fallon does a great job on Tonight Show and all, David Letterman's the last of that Johnny Carson-esque group of guys.
Last vestige of Carson. If you saw CBS Sunday Morning, which I did, nice interview with Letterman on that, talking about that moment and that day. Letterman lived in terror of getting fired. He thought the gig would be up any time when he got hired. And he, of course, Johnny Carson was his hero. And when you get called to the bench, called to the sofa of Johnny Carson, you made it. And they showed video of him making it over there. He loved Johnny, of course. Always had great respect. And he could be stupid, which he was a lot.
With the canned hams and stuff.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of throwing TVs off and balloons and watermelons or whatever.
Off the building.
Off the building. I mean, that's just more like Gallagher to me, whatever. But that's what he did. And the thing about Letterman, what Carson had was you just were never sure what he would do. And to a certain extent, Letterman had that same element of surprise. You never know if this is a night where he's going to go goofy and do something really crazy. So Letterman, I started watching Letterman when we moved to Denver in 1982. He was just coming on the air.
Right.
And my whole family, my kids, we watched it because I come home at nighttime and turn it on. Out there, it's on at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you'd put the paper to bed, come home, and it's 10 o'clock when Letterman comes on.
And so we watched. I mean, Laurie was a huge Letterman fan. Her goal was to be a writer for David Letterman someday.
Right.
So Letterman had his own genre comedy, and this piece yesterday was really interesting because it talked about his trials and the issues he had. Alcoholism. He said his dad gave him a scotch and soda when he was young, and he says he'd been drinking since he was about 11 years old. So he liked the taste of it. And
wow.
So to his 30s, he finally realized he better stop this, and he's never taken another drink since then. And so and he talked about his marriage. He talked about the fact that he had to come on and admit he'd had sexual relationships with people that worked for him on the show.
Yeah.
And I thought
I remember that scandal. That was a big deal.
I thought that might do him in.
I thought that was going to be the end of it.
Yeah, but he survived it. The heart attack, which, of course,
I didn't know something about until I was watching a show this morning that the heart attack's the only time he had people fill in for him. Like Johnny used to have people. Johnny would take a vacation.
Oh, yeah.
People would fill in for Johnny.
Joan Rivers did it, and then she stuck a knife in his back, and he never forgave her for that.
Right, but Johnny would have fill-ins.
Yeah.
Letterman, the only time Letterman had fill-ins was when he had the heart attack. And the one fill-in that's in the news now that I'd forgot about this, and I went back and watched it. You know the guy that wouldn't sit behind the desk that said, "That desk is Dave's, I can't sit back there in good faith." So he did all the interviews from the one spot of the couch and talked was Bill Cosby. A guy who's fallen fast recently.
Yes, he has. Well, here's the thing about Letterman. He invokes so much reverence among the showbiz people. Jimmy Kimmel not doing a show that night in honor of him.
Yeah, Kimmel's canceling. He's not going to have the show on that night.
Says, I have too much respect for Dave to do anything that would distract viewers from watching his final show. Told that to the New York Times. Plus, I'll probably be crying all day, which makes it hard to work.
Well, that's why Kimmel's in the business, because of David Letterman.
Yeah. So that will be a big night Wednesday. He's Tom Hanks, Eddie Vedder, Bill Murray, They're going to be they'll be there. Of course, they'll have some music with Paul Schaefer and Eddie Vedder. Anyway, it will
Eddie
be
Vedder,
good.
that's going to be very good. And I know you're probably not you probably don't have Eddie Vedder in your.
It's not on my
player.
iTunes. Not on my iTunes.
But you hear Eddie Vedder every Saturday morning for the Saturday Sports page.
Yeah.
That's Eddie Vedder that sings on the Saturday Sports page every morning. He's the lead singer of Pearl Jam, who, to me,
I know who Pearl Jam is.
I know you know who Pearl Jam is.
Yeah.
I just didn't know that you knew that Eddie Vedder was part of Pearl Jam.
I did. Well, to be honest with you, I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, I know who Pearl Jam is.
I know you know who Pearl Jam is.
But anyway, so he'll perform, and unusual choice. I guess when Johnny retired, Bette Midler sang a song.
Yeah.
Her last song on his desk that night. So, yeah,
I can't wait. It's going to be great tonight and tomorrow night. And I'm taking the week off from Fallon. I'm taping Dave instead.
Yeah, I always tape Dave every night.
But
I watch it.
Wednesday night's the night that's really going to probably be the night that all the stops are pulled.
Oh, yeah, no, that'll be the big night for sure.
That's when all the stops are going to be
I'll
pulled.
be watching it from over at the beach, by the way, just in case.
And then,
you wanna know.
are you looking forward to Stephen Colbert?
No. Not particularly.
Neither am I.
No.
I'm just, I think.
It's a different genre of humor. I'm not saying it's not as bad, and I understand why people think he's funny. It's just not my cup of tea.
Unless he changes what he was doing on Comedy Central, I just don't see how. I think the guy that thinks that Stephen Colbert was the greatest hire ever is named Jimmy Fallon.
Probably. I like Fallon. I think the difference in late night talk show hosts and what to me is I want to welcome them into my home, and they would fit. I mean, I'd love to have Letterman come in and have a beer with him. I didn't drink anymore or whatever. But, you know, and Jimmy Fallon seemed like a regular guy you'd welcome into your home. Jay Leno was a decent guy, although he messed things up, what he did with
Conan.
Conan's not my guy.
Well, Conan's just too slapstick.
He's just a little too Ivy League humor.
Right. National Lampoon type humor.
Right. Not my stuff. And same with Stephen Colbert. He's funny, he's whatever, but not my.
I could see and this is what I don't.
But I'm not the demographic you're looking for.
I could definitely see Jon Stewart taking over for David Letterman, though, and I think Jon Stewart.
That would be interesting.
I think he could pull it off.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Interesting thing that when he was interviewed yesterday by Jane, Jane Pauley yesterday morning. Interviewed him on the show on Sunday, Sunday morning, and he said, "What are you going to do?" He says, "You'll never find me after I'm retired. I'm gone." And what are you going to do? Yeah, and she said, long silence. Oh, I think we might. And he smiled. All right, coming up next, I'll tell you about a movie I saw after talking about it and saw the clips, and I was a little quick to judgment on that. I watched it. Tom had his comments about it. I'm going to have my comments next about Selma right here on The Voice of Ocala. I'm Buddy Martin. Stay tuned. Lots more to come, including Fake or Factoid. I guess maybe Luke will be your foil today. Luke versus Tom in Fake or Factoid. And by the way, I think we've also got at the bottom of the hour Michael Compton, if we can reach him. He's on assignment. So coming up next right here on The Voice of Ocala. Stay tuned to
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Here in Florida, when you're looking to go to the beach, you've got hundreds of options. Theme parks? No shortage of options there either. But when it comes to home insurance, most companies have only one option. Allstate is different. Here in Florida, Allstate agents offer home insurance options from several companies, so they can help you get the coverage that's right for you. And they'll help you save on quality car insurance, too. For starters, safe drivers save 45% with Allstate. So before you settle for just one option, talk to someone with many home and car insurance options. Your local Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Hi, this is Kevin McDonald, your local Allstate agent. To get your quote, please call us at 622-2333 or stop by one of our 2 Ocala locations.
Allstate has no financial responsibility to you for any home insurance policy you purchase and would not be responsible for any claims. Allstate does not make any representations or accept liability related to operations of home insurance companies, including but not limited to their financial conditions. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Need a car? Need financing? Need somebody to cut through the red tape and send you rolling down the highway? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Got great credit and just prefer a quality pre-owned car at a fair price from somebody you can trust? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Want to avoid high pressure to feel appreciated and be able to choose from a wide selection of AutoCheck and Carfax certified vehicles? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Prestige Auto Sales in Ocala and Bellevue. Prestige, it's all there in our name. If you need a sign or a banner for your yard or your business or your campaign, I'd recommend you go to Signs Unlimited at 318 South Magnolia in Ocala. Screen printing, embroidery, digital graphics. Do what I did when we needed signs for the Save the Marion Theater Group. Go see Vic Buttermore at Signs Unlimited if you want quality work with a fast turnaround from somebody who is deeply committed to his community and always ready to assist you. There's a reason Vic's slogan is, "It's our business to make your business better." Sign up for Signs Unlimited. Call 732-7341 today.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. President Obama announcing some military-style equipment will no longer be available to local police forces, saying it can send the wrong message.
So we're going to prohibit some equipment made for the battlefield that is not appropriate for local police departments.
The president at the Ray and Joan Krog Salvation Army Center in Camden, New Jersey. The probe continues into the bloody battle that left 9 gang members dead at a Waco, Texas restaurant. Police Sergeant Patrick Swanton.
We had people stabbed, we had people shot, and we had people beat.
The crime scene is still being worked on with SWAT teams overseeing just in case the biker gangs try to target the police officers. The restaurant is shut down and the corporate end of Twin Peaks has pulled the local franchise license.
Fox Radio's Evan Brown. An appeals court says YouTube should not have been forced to take down an anti-Muslim film that sparked violence in the Mideast. The court sided with YouTube owner Google on free speech grounds. Fox News, we report, you decide.
And now another golf confessional brought to you by Golfsmith. A man told his wife he was losing his grip on reality, and the best way to reclaim it was to go to Golfsmith for their fitting days, going on now. There he was custom fit for the latest clubs like Ping G30 irons and the Cobra Fly Z driver. Now he's got a better grip on his game and is winning every round he plays against his 3 imaginary friends. Get fit during Golfsmith fitting days. It's free, it's fast, it's fundamental. Golfsmith, anything for golf.
At Choice Hotels, we know business trips start with a choice. Stay or go. You can press send or press palms. Start a chat room or chat in an actual room. Just remember, opportunities won't come to you. You got to get out there to get things done.
Should I stay or should I go?
ChoiceHotels.com makes it fast and easy to find a range of Choice Hotels like Comfort Inn and Suites. So stay with us for business and book now at ChoiceHotels.com. You always have a choice.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing service, we also offer fence row spraying. Now is the perfect time to get ahead on weed control for an overall aesthetic appearance. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440 or online at powellgene@yahoo.com. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Washing a paper cup with water can make it feel better, at least temporarily. You probably know that grapes contain compounds that are proven to improve our health, but those same compounds are toxic to dogs, so never give them grapes or raisins. Short dates? Send the message that we're busy, which makes us interesting. They also let us part on a high note and walk away thinking, I can't wait to see that person again.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hi, Danny Warfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
This is WOCA, News Talk 1370. Visit the WOCA website at www.woca.com.
Over the weekend, the second leg of the Triple Crown was run and won by American Pharaoh, which now puts him in position to win a Triple Crown, providing he can get past the field and in Louisville in a couple of weeks. There on the scene to cover that was our friend and correspondent from Blood Horse, who joins us on the program right now, Michael Compton. Hi, Michael.
Hey, buddy.
Thanks for taking a little time. I know you were real busy today, and I won't keep you long, but it was as predicted. American Pharaoh, the favorite, won. But the way he won, if you'll elaborate on that, we just texted back and forth, and he won in a very sloppy. I mean, it's almost like like Mark Spitz needed to be out there because there's so much water, you know. And he ran. He looked like he's a little bit lethargic at one point, and then Espinoza, I think, gave him a little goad, and I thought it'd give him a heck of a ride down the stretch, and he won it by 7 lengths. Your take on how good this horse is now, and what kind of job his jockey did on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, buddy, we talked on your show right before the Kentucky Derby, and I had just wrapped up an interview with the McCaffin brothers, with Kevin and J.B. McCaffin. They broke and trained American Pharaoh in Ocala. And after that interview, which I shared with your listeners then, I mean, the McCaffins raved about American Pharaoh. And they don't just sing the praises of, any horse. So I came away from that interview expecting a big performance from American Pharaoh in the Derby. And I think he kind of had an off day in the first leg of the Triple Crown. He still won. He took care of business. But it wasn't that explosive kind of race that I think a lot of people close to the horse were expecting. So, I think we all kind of chalked that race up, and it just wasn't his A game. Now, the circumstances in the Preakness changed dramatically just moments before post. I mean, the sun was out all day at Pimlico on Saturday, 85, 90 degrees, warm day, and then that storm moved in, and the elements were really unlike anything I've seen at a racetrack before. I mean, we're accustomed to rain in Florida, of course, but the winds came, tents were kind of partially collapsing in the infield. They evacuated people out of the infield. And it seemed like everybody had this look on their face, like, are we going to run this race? So I was surprised they even went ahead and ran it. But American Pharaoh was definitely the only horse that handled all the elements, not just the sloppy track, but all of the conditions, the wind, everything. And you touched on Victor Espinoza's ride. It was a brilliant ride. He did what he had to do coming away from the gate. If your listeners watch a video replay of the race online, they'll see the horse broke kind of a step slow, and Victor hustled him into position, and he wanted to secure a forward position so as not to get stuck behind traffic. And then on the backstretch, he kind of let him do his own thing. He turned the horse off a little bit, and the horse's ears were up, which suggests he was very relaxed. Going into the turn, you saw Mr. Z, Dortmund, and Defining Rod kind of close in and make a little bit of a run at him. But my take is that was kind of by design by Victor. It was a great move just to kind of let the horses run to him. They might have thought they were in position to reel him in. And when Victor kind of chirped at him and asked him to go on and kick clear, he really did. And he was so willing doing it that it leads you to believe there's much more there.
One thing that struck me about it, you mentioned this, although he was a step slow, Espinoza was on dead rail in the one hole, and he didn't want mud flying in that horse's face. He got him to the lead where he needed to and stayed on the rail. And as you said, he was cruising a little bit too much at one point, I thought. But when he got to ask and, he kicked him in the gear, the horse had plenty left, and, boy, a brilliant ride right down the stretch and won in impressive fashion. And so this appears to be one of those really great combinations of a terrific horse and a great jockey. Do you think this is one of the best pairings you've seen in a while?
Yeah, I do. And Victor Espinoza, he, just from watching him ride all my years in California, he's based in Southern California, he tends to do better with horses who have speed. If you have a horse who's a closer, Victor Espinoza is probably not your guy to sit way back early and make a big run. He's not the best finisher, in my opinion. But when he's on a speed horse or a horse that puts himself in the race early, he's definitely one of the best at doing that. And the fact that he's returning for another shot at the Triple Crown, he rode California Chrome last year, and he was on War Emblem a number of years back, also who headed into the Belmont with a shot at the Triple Crown. So he definitely does something right out there with these 3-year-olds, and this will be his third shot at getting that elusive Triple Crown.
He knows how to get to Belmont with 2 in his bag. Now, we know, of course, the history of this all too well. 1978, Ocala bred, Affirm, last horse to win the Triple Crown. And now, since that time, there have been 14 horses since Affirm, including our own horse from right here, Silver Charm, to win the first 2 legs, and the third in the last 4 years. I got a feeling that he may get it this time. What's your gut feeling that on this Triple Crown horse?
Yeah, and when we talked last year, I mentioned that California Chrome, it was one of those speed-type horses. Those horses are always dangerous because they're always involved early, right? They're not going to run into any traffic trouble or anything, so they're always a part of the race early. They just have to have that stamina to stick around. American Pharoah, to me, definitely has the tools, and he's in a much better position than California Chrome was going into this race. Now, it's going to be real important to monitor how American Pharoah comes out of the Preakness. If he's going to lose a little bit of weight. He's got 3 weeks to put it back on and get strong again. You can't have any hiccups going into Belmont. He definitely seems to have the right mental makeup, and he definitely has the talent and the cruising speed. So Victor Espinosa's big chore with a horse that likes to be on the gas early. He shows a lot of, he's on the engine away from the gate. Victor's going to have to get him to turn off and to ration that speed in order to summon the stamina to be able to go 1.5 miles in the Belmont. That's going to be the biggest test. This horse seems to have all the mental tools, though.
Talking with Michael Compton, the blood horse. Michael, Tom Schmidt's here.
Tom.
Licking my wounds a little bit after that race, and my horse stumbled and everything. But that's not what I want to talk about. There's been a lot of talk about that the Preakness is a race that gets ruined by Todd Pletcher. He's had a blame for such a small field that he saves his horses to make a run in the Belmont. Right. Is there? It looks like some smoke there, but is there fire? Is there any reason to put thought into that Todd Pletcher keeping his horses out have somehow lessened the Preakness?
Absolutely. Great observation, Tom, because that's very true. I mean, American Pharoah has all the tools. They're not going to make it easy for him. And by resting Carpe Diem and Materiality, he won the Florida Derby, and he's the son of that Florida bred of Fleet Alex. These horses are going to be sharp. They're training at Belmont. They're there. They're at home. Pletcher, I think, really had a feeling he didn't have the ammunition to come right back and beat American Pharoah. I think the other trainers kind of recognized American Pharoah had an off day in the Derby, and if he comes back with his A game, he's going to be awfully tough in the Preakness. So if there's a weakness, it will definitely come to light at, a race that's 1.5 miles, and Pletcher's going to have some fresh guns in there. So they're not going to make it easy for American Pharoah by any stretch.
Michael Compton, Blood Horse Magazine. Michael, what's your website? Still the same?
MichaelWCompton.com. Yes, I just put up a lot of the articles, for Blood Horse and some other outlets there.
Great.
Yeah.
Can you stay on hold 1 second? We want to get some information from you, and we want just on the McGladden brothers, I'm
Sure.
sorry, and just stay on hold 1 second. Thanks, Michael. Michael Compton
Sure,
from
My pleasure.
Blood Horse Magazine, one of the best at what he does. While we're doing that and waiting, I'm gonna tell you about the movie I saw. I kind of missed this going in. When Tom talked about it last week or so, or 2 weeks ago, I'd only seen the trailer, and I heard comments and read things about it. And it didn't sound to me like that the character in this movie was true to the person that it portrayed. And that would be Martin Luther King and Selma. David I can never pronounce his name, but it's Oyelowo, because it's like Oyelowo. Oyelowo. So anyway, he was the lead actor in this movie, Selma. I watched it last night. So impressed with his acting job. I mean, I know he was nominated and didn't win, naturally, but he played that role masterfully. And I mistakenly said, when I saw the clip of him and giving the speech, I expected more of a fiery Martin Luther King that I didn't see in the trailer. But when I see the total picture of the Martin Luther King that he portrayed, he was brilliant because he understated it like Martin Luther King did. If you ever saw clips of Martin Luther King, I never met him, but just enough video, whatever, to see that he was kind of a low-key man, except, of course, when he got up and started speaking. The poignant aspect of that character to me, the depth of that character he played was really, really strong. And I watched it last night. My wife watched it reluctantly. And not only did Oyelowo do a masterful job of portraying King, but the story of Dr. King in the Selma told me stuff about his fears and his misdeeds that I had heard about but never had related to as a human. It was the fact that, and why I was not made aware of this until I saw the movie. And you never know about the script of these movies, whether they're actually historically correct, and Tom can tell us about that. But I was not aware of the fact that he actually stopped in the middle of the bridge at Selma, got down on his knees and prayed, and turned back and didn't go across Selma. And it was a very controversial moment because people had died there the March before, and he had asked people to come, and people had come from all over the country, including a rabbi and a priest, I think, and it cost them their lives. They were beaten to death in Selma. Anyway, that moment when they kneeled down the bridge and the overall aerial shot they took and the masterful job of portraying the police force in Selma was really, really well done, and it was chilling. And it helped, I think, illuminate some history. And I appreciate the job that David Oyelowo did, and I thoroughly enjoyed the movie, and it was very deep. It was very touching to me.
The movie, the message of the movie, I get the historical accuracy of it. How they portrayed Coretta Scott King was completely wrong. Coretta Scott King was a very strong woman. How they portrayed the relationship of Martin Luther King and Lyndon Johnson before the march in Selma was completely inaccurate. But the message that the movie sent was on point. And you've told me, you tell me sometimes that I need to put my historical snobbery aside and understand the message it's trying to get out, not the historical accuracy. And message-wise, the importance of Selma and the importance of the movement of the civil rights movement and how it affected our country from that point forward, the message of that movie was amazing.
All right, I'm glad we agree. Take a break, come back, Fake or Factoid next, Luke versus Tom, right here on the Voice of Ocala.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Need a car? Need financing? Need somebody to cut through the red tape and send you rolling down the highway? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Got great credit and just prefer a quality pre-owned car at a fair price from somebody you can trust? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Want to avoid high pressure to feel appreciated and be able to choose from a wide selection of AutoCheck and Carfax certified vehicles? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Prestige Auto Sales in Ocala and Bellevue. Prestige, it's all there in our name.
Whenever you're searching for an attorney, you want somebody with knowledge who has a commitment to our community and our state. Such is the case with Daniel L. Hightower, PA lawyer. In everything from car and other motor vehicle accidents, work accidents, personal injury, and wrongful death cases. Daniel L. Hightower also handles Social Security disability and bankruptcy. Call him today at 352-629-7777 or check out danhightower.com. Daniel L. Hightower, fighting for accident victim justice since 1976. Does osteoarthritis bring frustration with every step? Do pain and stiffness affect your everyday activities? If so, you may be interested in a research study for the treatment of pain associated with osteoarthritis. Rinstar Medical Research is conducting a research study of an investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 40 and 75 and who have been treated for the pain associated with osteoarthritis for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. To learn more about this osteoarthritis study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. Again, that's 352-629-5800.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Friday, May 29th, kicks off the second annual Ocala Bike Fest. It starts at Harley-Davidson of Ocala, where you'll find vendors, beer, food. It starts at 11 a.m. with a live DJ till 3 and live music from 3 to 7. Then Saturday starts off at Ocala Indian with a poker run at 10:30 a.m. It all ends up at ARC's main campus on Mayor Camp Road, where you'll find bike games, 50-50 drawing, beer, and live music by the Blues Busters, Rusted Steel, and more. The best barbecue restaurants and food trucks in town are going to be there competing for the title of the Ocala Bike Fest's Best Barbecue. And most importantly, the chance drawing for the hardest decision you'll ever have to make. A brand new Harley or a brand new Indian? That's right. This year's winner will choose between the Harley or the Indian. Indian or the Harley? The 112-year battle continues. Which bike will go home with the lucky winner? The public is welcome to all events. No motorcycles needed. Come out, have fun, and help a great cause all at the same time. Friday and Saturday, May 29th and 30th. For more information, visit ocalabikefest.com.
PPIR is a networking group formed to serve the realtor and small business community. It primarily serves the real estate and construction industry, but is open to all businesses that provide any service or product to the real estate business community. PPIR has no membership dues or fees for attendees. The watchwords are keep it simple and maximize networking time. PPIR chapters generally meet once a month after business hours. For the information on this, call 352-615-9412 or go to events@ppirevents.com. PPIR, professional people in real estate.
Back coming up next hour, Joe Williams will join us from Mile High Sports in Denver. I'm sure he'll have some offerings on the NBA and the Horace show. But as the Clippers, my goodness, what a laydown. Unbelievable. Up 3-1, a total collapse. And it was ugly. I watched it. And Luke, I'm sure you have a little thought on that. I have several. And Joe will have several. Also, Franz Beard, Florida has another quarterback, apparently. Transfer. We'll talk about who that is. And the Gators have another big trophy coming their way. So all come up in the Sports Hour. I'll be sure to stay tuned for that. All right, let's show. We haven't played. Have we played Fake and Factoid in a while? When's the last time we played it? I don't even remember.
Restaurant food show.
We did? Okay. That was an abbreviated version of it. Yeah. Well, cue up the music. Let's see if Luke wants some of Tom. Tom, Luke, you played this game before, right?
You're right. He's beat me before.
He did?
Second day he was here.
I wouldn't put that out there. Your intern.
Remember, I got a memory like an elephant. Now they're trying to put him down in the mud and hold him there every time.
Problem is, you're a professional at this.
I know, which is kind of embarrassing.
You ought to probably handicap, give him an extra. I mean, golf, when somebody's a better player than you.
Yeah, but in poker, that's not how it happens. Amateurs and pros play alike, and you just got to play.
You're a hard-hearted man, Tom.
Sorry about you.
Here we go. Fake or factoid? Florida is not the southernmost state in the United States. Hawaii is further south. Fake or factoid?
Okay, factoid. Factoid.
Factoid.
Both say factoid? Anybody want to change? Good decision. It is fact.
It's the South Pacific. That's what I was going with.
Yeah. Like as south as in lower. Number 2, speaking of elephants, rhinos actually have better memories than elephants.
Fake.
Factoid.
Tom says factoid. Luke says fake. Score one for the intern. It's fake.
Well, I tried.
There you go. That's a good question right there. I wonder who made that up. Number 3, parakeets could say as many words as parrots if they chose to do so.
Factoid.
Factoid?
Factoid.
Both say factoid? Anybody want to change? You should have. It's fake. Now, Luke's got 1 and Tom's got 2 misses. And
Luke's got to go first.
Number 4, owls actually say hue and not who. Luke, you go first.
Factoid.
Factoid.
What now?
You got to pay attention to the questions.
So they say
do people
who?
say that to you when you ask?
They say hue.
When you
like
ask
H-U-E
when you ask a question.
Yes, people say repeat it. Yes, they do
All right.
all the time.
Owls actually say hue and not who.
So H-U-E.
You got no way to go but one. You're behind you. Let's just say it.
What'd he say?
God.
said factoid.
Said fact.
Fact. It is fact.
Why would you want to do that? You're behind. You cannot win.
This is question 4. I can still win.
No, you got 2 misses.
He's only got 1. I can still catch him.
You just lost.
Well, there you go.
There you go. That's it. That was pretty simple. Luke,
What was the other questions?
Well, I'll give you the number. How many different kinds of rice are there real fast? Rice. How many different kinds of rice? It's thousands, by the way. How many?
1,500.
15 what?
1,500 different varieties.
Luke?
13.
Tom got it right on the number. 1,500. There you go. Stay tuned.
How would
Buddy
anybody
Sports
know?
Page coming up. Well, you do it. Coming up next, Buddy Sports Page.
WOCA, the source.
Hi, it's Lisa Midget, owner of the Proper Teeth Salon in downtown Ocala. We are a Wella Professional Color Global Elite Salon, which basically means we really know what we're doing for your hair. We also specialize in Brazilian blowouts, hot heads extensions, and fabulous haircuts for men and women. We are located across from the downtown post office next to Southside Deli. Call us today for your appointment at 352-351-1771 or visit our website, properteethsalon.com. The Proper Teeth Salon, giving classy a kick in the sassy. Come see us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Hello, I'm Tom Schmitz, here to tell you about Ocus, a great resource for any business and a proud partner of the CEP. Ocus offers your business radically new technology called Next Generation Websites. Sites that do not wear out, they automatically adapt to new technology like smartphones, tablets, and the next big thing. Why pay for technology that starts becoming obsolete the moment you buy it? With Ocus, there is so much more. Built into the Ocus platform is an unmatched array of business solutions adaptable to any business. Ocus is a superb example that cutting-edge technology can grow and prosper in Marion County. And I should know because they handle my website, ktforfun.com. Ocus has assisted numerous companies in Marion County that have succeeded online. You can learn more by visiting them online at ocus.com. That's OCOOS.com, or drop by their downtown Ocala location at 116 South Magnolia Avenue. Find out how Ocus can provide your business with everything you need to succeed online.
The unofficial kickoff of summer's here, and let's celebrate by heading to Ford Lincoln of Ocala during their Stay Home and Drive sales event.
Wait a minute. Stay home and drive? What's that about?
What better way to kick off summer than in a new Ford? Right now at Ford Lincoln of Ocala, you could save thousands on their massive 2015 Ford lineup.
And the selection has never been better. You can still get 0% financing for 72 months on most new Fords and deferred payments for up to 90 days.
The choice is yours. Fight the traffic and the overcrowded beaches only to come home with a sunburn and an old car full of sand, or revel in that beautiful new car smell.
Oh, you got me with that new car smell, not to mention that sand you'll find in your... Well, never mind. Enjoy all the festivities surrounding this great American holiday, but don't lose sight of the true meaning of Memorial Day. Take a moment and remember all those who courageously fought for the freedoms we all cherish.
Kick off summer right. Head to Ford Lincoln of Ocala for their Stay Home and Drive sales event, where the best part of summer will be driving home in your new Ford from Ford Lincoln of Ocala.
Start by visiting FordofOcala.com. Auto buyers of Fords qualify for 0% 72-month financing. See dealer for complete details.
Buried under receipts and confusing tax code? Let Crippen & Company help. They work hard to make the tax preparation process as painless as possible. With offices in Ocala and the Villages, their team is dedicated to helping clients with corporate and personal tax returns, bookkeeping for businesses, and estate planning for the future. Crippen & Company crafts a truly customized experience for each client's needs, while alleviating stress and creating a big picture of your overall financial health. Call 352-732-4260 or visit crippencpa.com to get started.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion. brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. President Obama is cutting back on shipments of military equipment to local police.
The president's executive order announced in Camden will immediately ban police from using military equipment such as tracked armored vehicles and high-caliber ammunition.
Fox Radio's John Decker.
In addition, police departments will have to provide justification for other military equipment, including riot shields and grenade launchers.
ISIS has taken over the Iraqi city of Ramadi, killing some 500 soldiers and civilians in the process. State Department spokesman Jeff Rafke.
There's no denying that this is a setback, but there's also no denying that the United States will help the Iraqis take back Ramadi.
Iraqi security forces have abandoned their operations center there. On Wall Street, stocks posted modest gains with the Dow and S&P hitting new highs. The Dow rose 26, the S&P added 6, the Nasdaq gained 30. Fox News, we report, you decide.
And now another golf confessional brought to you by Golfsmith. A man told his wife he was losing his grip on reality, and the best way to reclaim it was to go to Golfsmith for their fitting days, going on now. There he was custom fit for the latest clubs like Ping G30 irons and the Cobra Fly Z driver. Now he's got a better grip on his game and is winning every round he plays against his 3 imaginary friends. Get fit during Golfsmith fitting days. It's free, it's fast, it's fundamental. Golfsmith, anything for golf.
At Choice Hotels, we know business trips start with a choice. Stay or go. You can press send or press palms. Start a chat room or chat in an actual room. Just remember, opportunities won't come to you. You got to get out there to get things done.
Should I stay or should I go?
ChoiceHotels.com makes it fast and easy to find a range of Choice Hotels like Comfort Inn and Suites. So stay with us for business and book now at ChoiceHotels.com. You always have a choice.
How much time? 30 seconds. I'm on right now. I don't believe you.
Okay. Enough kidding around.
Ho, 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 ho.
And now it's time for the Buddy Martin Sports Page.
He actually had me stay here last night in his gym.
It's like I don't fit in. It's like I don't belong here.
Let's go talk to a couple of guys that never gamble.
Oh, see, I made Lewis a bet here. See, Lewis bet me that we couldn't both get rich and put you on the poor house at the same time. He didn't think we could do it.
Gambling is illegal at Bushwood, sir, and I never slide.
And now, here's Buddy.
Welcome to Buddy Sports Page on a Monday. Weekend of sports going on, and of course the aftermath of the Terry Bradshaw ordeal on Friday. Great day here at the station. I hope you got a chance to listen. There are some clips online, and we're going to post more. The show in its entirety was recorded by Larry Whitler and posted on Facebook all over the place. Larry's
well, not the entirety. He missed
all
the last
but 5
half
minutes.
hour.
Last 5 minutes particularly, he missed 6 or so. Well, a lot of it. It's an hour. It's 54 minutes.
It's 51 minutes is his video. But Chris Spears put a 12-minute video out there that caught the last part of the show.
And actually,
Larry he told me Dave was so apologetic today. He said, my battery died. It just died.
It was a lot. It's okay. There's plenty on there. 54 minutes is a long time. And anyway, it'll be online. If you look on my Facebook page, on there, Buddy Martin, the one that has Terry Bradshaw, my picture together there, you'll see it there. You can catch it. I believe, is it on our website, Buddy Martin, the Voice of Ocala, or not?
Not there yet, but it's going to.
I'm going to transfer that over there.
And I mean, and if you want to contact me at Tom@WOCA and, make me some sort of monetary offer that's real large, I may even get you your own personal copy.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, and of course, the proceeds will go to the cause right here at the station.
The cause of me needing to put money in my bank account.
Yeah, that's what we always like to do. Anyway, basketball, horse racing, a little bit of golf to talk about. We had Jordan Spieth. Jordan Spieth didn't play well at all. We have a guy who we think is going to be the next Tiger, Tom.
Roy McIlroy.
Mm-hmm. And
he was like American Pharaoh.
61.
He just jumped out to the lead and said, catch me. Course record 61, 11 under on Saturday.
Yeah, up in Charlotte.
Just at the Wells Fargo, just said, hey, here's what you do. Catch me. Oh, wait, you can't because I'm the best in the world.
And never let up. So very impressive performance. That's the Tiger-like performance. I know you hate to say that, but very impressive performance in winning that tournament in Charlotte. Also, we talked to Michael Compton at 4:30 about American Pharaoh looking very much like a strong candidate to become the next Triple Crown winner since the firm in 1978. And we had a total collapse of the Clippers. I mean, you talk about this is one of the classic collapses I've seen in sports in a long time. And I'm sorry, Chris Paul, you're never going to make it to the next level as the elite because you can't get to the finals.
Okay.
And Blake Griffin, by the way, he needed to have a cup of coffee because he was asleep. He was a sleepwalker. Horrible.
Please retract that statement. Chris Paul shoulders none of the blame for the Clippers laying down.
I'm not saying
he played great and the rest of the team abandoned him.
I saw it. But nonetheless, he's on that team. And when the team doesn't make it, you don't get the credit, my friend. That's just how it goes. I didn't say he played terrible. I said he won't make it to the next level because of it. You cannot be an elite player in this league and not at least get to the finals.
Oh, he's an elite player.
Okay, well, that's in your book. In my book, until he gets to the finals, and he's a terrific player during the season and during the early rounds. But so far, he can't propel his team. And part of that is the cast around him, including Blake Griffin, who's just been a disaster.
Well,
anyway, so
did
Doc
you think
Rivers.
you'd see a bigger laydown? Because I thought the Bulls made the biggest laydown.
No.
And then all of a sudden the Clippers said, wait, let me show you a bigger laydown.
Up 3, and did they have a 19-point lead too at some point?
Well, what I'm saying is the Bulls laid down in the last game they played against the Cavaliers, so I thought that's a huge laydown. And then to watch the last two games of the Clippers series,
total eclipse of the moon.
They made the Bulls look like a team that just had some bad luck.
And then Doc Rivers has a nerve to come out and say, well, he had a tough hand. He drew a tough assignment. Yeah.
They were up by 19 at home.
He says, like as if he didn't have the cast of players. He had challenges on this team. He had great basketball players. Anyway, it was an awful performance. Luke, I know you saw it probably. Am I wrong about that?
No, I definitely saw it, and the TV went off pretty quickly.
It was hard to watch. Really hard to watch. So that, plus we got some news on a new quarterback for Florida. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. Looks like they're going to – I don't know if he'll win the job, but they don't have but 2 quarterbacks. So McElwain's gone out and got somebody to transfer, and we'll tell you about who that is. And what's in the news today, Tom? Do you have the headlines there?
I do have the headline, 3 big headlines. A 30-1 long shot on the morning line, Tel Aviv maybe took that into the post. Ended up finishing second in the Preakness behind American Pharaoh. And as we all know, Firing Line stumbled coming out of the blocks and never regained his form. Dortmund unable to get up there in the top 3 as well. So Tel Aviv at 30-1. If you had Tel Aviv, I had a friend of mine that bet $25 across the board on Tel Aviv and made quite a bit of money on the 30-1 long shot. But it sets up for a Triple Crown run by American Pharaoh that
trained here in Ocala.
That will be one for the history books if he's able to pull it off. But like Michael Compton just said last hour, Todd Pletcher's got a lot of horses that are sitting ready, rested and ready. Although, buddy, a lot of talk was made about how Victor Espinoza had over-whipped American Pharaoh in the Kentucky Derby, hitting him 32 times with the whip. He come around that final pole on Saturday, never put the whip to the horse, and the horse just left him. It kind of reminded me, we were talking yesterday, some horse people out at Ocala National were talking yesterday, and they immediately brought up the horse you bring up all the time. They said, unlike Silver Charm in the Belmont, American Pharaoh felt the horse coming and said, I got to go.
Didn't have blinders on.
Didn't have blinders on.
And
the horses were coming because he could see, and it went. And you still, to this day, Buddy Martin will tell you, you've heard him say it numerous times on this show, if Silver Charm hadn't had blinders on, Touch of Gold would have never caught him.
Hey, Touch of Gold. And by the way, I was standing at the finish line with a woman who raised the horse, Diane Dudley, and we stood right there. I mean, from as far as from here to that pole right there, and watched it in person. And around him came Touch Gold from the inside where this horse did not have blinders. And he was a game horse. Silver Charm would, as you say, Silver Charm said Silver Charm would have been a Triple Crown. Let's take a break. Come back. We're having some problems, apparently, technical. We'll take a break. We'll come back more right here on the Voice of Ocala.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
The next drink is on Dave Del Rio at Eaton's Beach Sand Barn Grill. Just ask him for it. But don't wait. Show up soon because this offer isn't going to last very long. Eaton's Beach Sand Barn Grill will be filling up fast because their friends from the north are headed back that way soon. The good news is that seating is now available and Dave's buying the first drink. If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sand Barn Grill and couldn't get in, now you can see firsthand what your friends have been talking about. Great food. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Floresiana menu. Great location. Check out those gorgeous sunsets over Lake Weir. Great people. Starting with Chef Dave Del Rio, who began his career in 1978. This spicy guy has been instrumental in opening over 100 restaurants. And he's buying you a drink. Eaton's Beach Sand Barn Grill, where there's little or no waiting these days. Come see what started out as Jay Eaton's dream almost 90 years ago. It's more awesome than ever.
Do you remember when summer was a celebration? You know, no schools, no worries, just days packed with your favorite pastime. It was the splendid season you dreamed of all year long. But as you got older and busier, the summer seemed to lose its sparkle. Where did those carefree days go? Well, they're closer than you think. Summer's still sensational at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club, where you can come out and play the grown-up way with our affordable summer memberships. Enjoy our championship golf course celebrating the game's greatest holes, hard-true tennis courts, and a state-of-the-art fitness center. Explore our stately 77,000-square-foot clubhouse and unwind at our relaxing spa.
Don't forget the pool!
It's a summer unlike any other, and it's yours with a Golden Ocala summer membership. You can call Golden Ocala at 629-6229 to inquire about a summer membership, or you can visit goldenocala.com to learn more. That's goldenocala.com.
May is Watch Month. It's also a time to start thinking about that special graduate in your life. A terrific line of watches at Goss & Son Jewelers will make the perfect gift for that graduate. Rolex, Tag Heuer, Philip Stein. For graduation, birthdays, anniversaries, check out the line of fine watches and jewelry at Goss & Son Jewelers just to say I love you. Goss & Son Jewelers, the oldest Rolex jeweler in Central Florida. Downtown Ocala for 65 years.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my
too.
seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do. Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
Now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Back in Voice of Ocala, we're going to take a look at the new player at Florida, the quarterback who was transferred. And also, Florida wins the All-Sports SEC trophy again. We're going to be speaking with Franz Beard here momentarily about that from FightGetters.com. Tom, finish your headlines.
Miami Dolphins have entered into an agreement with Ryan Tannehill, adds an extension through 2020, buddy. Guess how much money? $96 million.
I can't. Anymore, I can't.
Ryan Tannehill, a $96 million extension with the Dolphins.
How much is Terry Bradshaw worth?
About $300,000 a year.
What do you got?
According to what Bradshaw said. The Marlins, as you know, fired their manager yesterday. They have now hired Dan.
Actually, they didn't hire him. They took the general manager out and put him on the field.
Dan Jennings is coming out of the general manager's box after Mike Redmond was fired. Dan Jennings will now be the manager of the Miami Marlins. And, of course, as you're about to talk with Franz Beard, Florida adds Vanderbilt graduate transfer Josh Grady, who played quarterback and receiver at Vanderbilt, to take the place of Skylar Morningweg transferring. But we'll hear more about that from Franz Beard, who I think we have on the line right now, buddy.
We do. And time now to talk with Franz Beard, who we do every Monday here, FranzBeard@FightGetters.com. And also, apparently, a radio guest host or radio host or something. I'm tooling through town with Terry Bradshaw in the car on the way to Jacksonville, and I turn on an FM station, and I hear a sports report, the Gator Sports Report, and it's Franz Beard. He's everywhere. Franz, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm on the highway and coming back from Tampa.
Tampa. Where did I hear you on the radio on FM on Friday coming back from going to Jacksonville?
You probably heard me on Bob Rowe's show.
Okay. Sounded good. Good. Well, I guess you got all the information that now about the new transfer. We know about him. He's not a complete stranger to us. And what does Josh Grady bring to the table, and will he be able to compete for the quarterback position?
Josh Grady had very limited reps at quarterback at Vanderbilt. He was 3 for 6 for 27 yards in 2012. He ran the ball a few times and caught some passes in 2013, and last year played 8 games, had no stats. Redshirted in 2011. I'm not sure what he's going to bring to the quarterback position other than the fact he is a scholarship body. I think personally that he is going to play at wide receiver, which is where he seems to be more talented. I think they're still looking for another quarterback. Luke Del Rio is coming in. He's transferring in from Oregon State. This is his second transfer. I doubt he's going to get a waiver. The guy I'm looking for is Brayson Lambert. He was the quarterback at Virginia last year, split time there. He graduated in 3 years. He redshirted 1 year. He's got 2 years left. 6'5", 230 pounds. McElwain recruited him for Alabama. Very familiar with him. He's a big, strong kid. He's from Jessup, Georgia. A lot of people think he's going to go to Colorado State to play for Mike Bobo. But let's face it, the two places that make sense for him, one of them is Columbia, South Carolina. The other one is Gainesville, Florida. Both of them about 3 miles from home. That's why I think he's going to land at one of those two places.
I don't know what you heard about Golson, about where he's going to go, but we know he's not going to be going to South Carolina. And I'm not sure. We had one person, Tony Barnhart, said he didn't think he'd be in the SEC. Is Everett Golson going to play for a team in Tallahassee, maybe?
I think Everett Golson is a lock to play in Tallahassee. I think he's going to Florida State. I think the guy that I think could wind up in the SEC now is Braxton Miller from Ohio State. I think Braxton Miller is going to wind up at either Texas or Alabama. My guess would be Texas because of the relationship between Urban and Charlie Strong. Charlie needs a quarterback in the worst way. Braxton Miller, as we know, if he's healthy, he's a good one.
My reports out of Columbus, and they're pretty good sources, is that Braxton Miller cannot throw the ball. His arm is just and such. So they were talking about using him as a wildcat quarterback or a receiver or something, but apparently his arm is shot. So if he plays for Charlie, it'll have to be as a wildcat quarterback, apparently, who will run the ball.
Well, the one thing we don't know at this point in time is he's got another 3 months of rehab, and he's not supposed to be able to throw the ball well at all until middle of July to the 1st of August. So it's a toss-up, I guess, with this kid. Whoever gets him, though, I think it gets a good quarterback or gets a guy that can certainly do a lot of things. Wouldn't surprise me if he stays in Columbus, particularly if the reports are true that his arm is shot.
Talking with Franz Beard, FightGators.com. Fran, let me ask you this question. It's that time of season again. It's the girls' softball team looks great. The guys' baseball team always in tournament form and everything. Is this the year we're going to see the girls and guys both win the national championship on the diamond?
Well, it could be, and you got to remember something. There could also be a track national championship too. I don't know if you saw what happened at the SEC track meet, but Florida had 3 points going into the final day. They finished with 130.5. They blew the competition away on the last day of the SEC meet. The teams they beat were ranked 1, 2, and 3 nationally. So I think Florida is poised to possibly bring home 3 national championships. The baseball team will have the hardest route because of the fact that they've had some struggles with their starting pitching. Bullpen is great. The hitting has been a little suspect lately, but hitting comes and goes in cycles. What you got to have is consistent pitching at that next level. If the Gators can get their starting pitching going well, they've got a real shot to do big things in Omaha. Softball team, wow, this past weekend, 3 games, they gave up 6 hits. They outscored opponents 14-0, walked 3 batters. That's it. When you have pitching like that, you've got some really good things going. Alicia Ocasio to go with Lauren Hager is a terrific 1-2 punch, and I think Florida is in really good position to do some real damage and maybe come back with a back-to-back national championship at the Women's College World Series.
Well, you already had 6 SEC titles: indoor track, men's outdoor track, volleyball, men's swimming, women's tennis, softball, and they won the Big East in lacrosse, which doesn't count, but enough to win the All Sports Trophy for the 25th time in the SEC. They're going to put that on, probably put Jeremy Foley's picture on that trophy.
Well, they may need to change it to the Jeremy Foley Trophy when he decides to retire. Florida has just done amazing things. This year, in spite of the fact it was a down year for football and a down year for basketball, your 2 marquee sports, to still win the All-Sports Trophy, boy, that talks about the strength of the program top to bottom, doesn't it?
It does indeed. This is an amazing run they've been on in Gator sports for sure. Franz, I know you don't watch too much in the NBA, but you're a basketball man. We're just talking about the total collapse of the Los Angeles Clippers, and what is a team that had it in the bag, up 3-1, double-digit leads, and in the game 7, completely collapsed. Doc Rivers' team, and Doc, by the way, didn't distinguish himself too well. I don't know what's going on there, and I hear Doc kind of complaining about this roster. If you got Blake Griffin and you got Chris Paul, you got a pretty good start on the starting 5. What's your take on how they collapse?
Well, I think Houston, for one thing, Corey Brewer in the fourth quarter Friday night was absolutely amazing. His finest hour as an NBA player. Totally led that comeback, and I think Los Angeles was in total shock. And I think yesterday, I didn't think they had a chance yesterday because I think that they were still in shock from Friday night. As you said, they had it in the bag. Doc does have to have some more pieces. He's got to have a small forward who can play consistently. He's got Griffin and DeAndre Jordan up front. Those are two pretty good pieces. Chris Paul, J.J. Redick, I think those guys are really, really strong together. But he's got to have that fifth guy to go in there, and he doesn't have him. He's got a lot of guys that come and go that may have a good night here and there, but he doesn't have that consistent number 5 guy that he can put in there and know that, let's say the guy's going to get his 13 points and his 8 rebounds a game. He doesn't have that guy.
Well, apparently. So it was a pretty sad performance, and I'm taking nothing away from Corey Brewer and Houston.
Franz, one more question. Tom Schmitz here. With 2 Gators, or at least the 2 Gators I know of left in the playoffs, Al Horford and Corey Brewer, which Gator goes farther?
Well, actually, we're going to guarantee there's going to be a Gator on both teams in the championship series. Mike Miller's at Cleveland.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
We've got David Lee and we've got Maurice Spates at Golden State. So we're going to have at least one Gator on each team in the finals. My belief is that David Lee and Maurice Spates come away with rings. I think Golden State is just top to bottom the best team in the league. I love the way Steve Kerr coaches that group. I like the way they play together. And they made Hubie Brown made a great comment the other night. He said Golden State teases you. They let you come close, and then all of a sudden, when you get close enough to think you're back in it, they come out with a flurry of threes and some athletic plays and blow you away. I just like the way that group plays.
All right, Franz Beard, any last-minute, 30-second clips on the new Gator basketball coach?
Like what he's doing on the recruiting trail. I think there's a chance to save Kevon Allen, and I wouldn't be surprised if he still ends up saving Noah Dickerson. The two guys asked out of their letters of intent. It would not shock me if he saves both of them. I think Florida did the right thing by letting them go, but I think that they're gonna still have a chance to save them both.
All right. Franz Beard, you can read him on FightGators.com, and you can hear him every Monday with us right here on Buddy Sports Page. Thanks, Francis.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, coming up next, we'll be talking to our curmudgeon friend Joe Williams from Mile High Sports in Denver. We've got to get a little college football talking in some place, I'm sure. I was looking at the Vegas odds today on what teams are favored to win the national championship. We'll get Joe Williams' take on that. Coming up next right here on Buddy Sports Page.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on The Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Hello, I'm Dawn Lovell, lead event designer and owner at Party Time Rentals. Have you ever wondered what it takes to make an event spectacular? Well, look no further. It's what we do every day. Whether you're hosting an intimate dinner for 10 or a gala for thousands, at Party Time Rentals, we find just the right style and elegance to make your event a success. Our extensive inventory of the finest in chandeliers, tents, crystal, china, and specialty items is featured in our fabulous showroom. Stop by and say hello. It's a great way to get ideas for an event and experience for yourself how you can make your party time special.
Party Time Rentals, located on Southwest 10th Street, just off Route 200 in Ocala, and off Southwest 34th Street in Gainesville. For more information, call 352-629-8858. That's 352-629-8858. The party begins at Party Time.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. President Obama is cutting back on shipments of military equipment to local police.
The president's executive order announced in Camden will immediately ban police from using military equipment such as tracked armored vehicles and high-caliber ammunition.
Fox Radio's John Decker.
In addition, police departments will have to provide justification for other military equipment, including riot shields and grenade launchers.
ISIS has taken over the Iraqi city of Ramadi, killing some 500 soldiers and civilians in the process. State Department spokesman Jeff Rafke.
There's no denying that this is a setback, but there's also no denying that the United States will help the Iraqis take back Ramadi.
Iraqi security forces have abandoned their operations center there. On Wall Street, stocks posted modest gains with the Dow and S&P hitting new highs. The Dow rose 26, the S&P added 6, the Nasdaq gained 30. Fox News, we report, you decide.
And now another golf confessional brought to you by Golfsmith. A man told his wife he was losing his grip on reality, and the best way to reclaim it was to go to Golfsmith for their fitting days, going on now. There he was custom fit for the latest clubs like Ping G30 irons and the Cobra Fly Z driver. Now he's got a better grip on his game and is winning every round he plays against his 3 imaginary friends. Get fit during Golfsmith fitting days. It's free, it's fast, it's fundamental. Golfsmith, anything for golf.
At Choice Hotels, we know business trips start with a choice. Stay or go. You can press send or press palms. Start a chat room or chat in an actual room. Just remember, opportunities won't come to you. You got to get out there to get things done.
Should I stay or should I go?
ChoiceHotels.com makes it fast and easy to find a range of Choice Hotels like Comfort Inn and Suites. So stay with us for business and book now at ChoiceHotels.com. You always have a choice.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
On the next AM Ocala Live, Robin and I will be speaking to Bob Baboian. He's an auto industry consultant, a corrosion expert, and he wants to talk to us about ways to inspect and protect our cars, boats, and household from corrosion.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events are bite-sized.
And then Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin will be on the air answering your questions about your lawns and your gardens in the Garden with Carol Ann.
Stephen Yaffa is an investigative journalist and an award-winning screenwriter doing projects for MGM, Michael Douglas, and Paramount. He's written a new book called Grain of Truth, The Real Case for and Against Wheat and Gluten.
And then from Damage Control Services, Joe Reichel will be here answering your do-it-yourself home repair questions and giving you advice if you need more help than you can do yourself.
Seth Posner from AA Lock, Dock, and Security will be in the studio speaking about security systems.
All of that plus fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM.
1370 AM.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Welcome back. We got different music or something. I don't know. Sounds
Yeah,
like
we've added
Herbie
some
Hancock, Herbie Hancock or somebody in there.
We've added some music.
Yeah. So we were having the days we had like sports music. It's like the drums or something like that.
Well, we used to have the ability to have great music, and then we had to go to.
We still could get like drums and stuff.
Look, I'm dealing with a limited thing here.
What? They're drums? That's not copyrighted.
Well, we'll see. I'll look.
Don't we have some music from a certain guitar player in town supposed to be making our show? On
Yeah, we got some of that.
You've been a little busy, haven't you?
Got some of that. I have.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this or not, but I have these shows I have to put out and everything. Now I'm training an intern that's got his own, way of doing things, and he's fighting like a largemouth bass on the end of the line. So I got to reel him in. I got another intern that's just going out to do sales and everything. It's all you do is write a radio show, contact guests, and talk on a microphone. I mean,
book the show, build the show.
That's all you do.
Other than that, nothing.
All you do is
Nothing
build
for
the
it.
show, write the dialogue for the show. A lot of
The
times,
guests,
book
talk on the
guests.
radio.
I mean, that's all you do.
I got nothing.
Yeah, so
I'm just humbled to be a small part of this great, successful program.
tell you, I spoke with an intern of ours recently.
Wait, we got more?
No, he called me Saturday. Said he had heard Terry Bradshaw on Friday in Jacksonville. And he said that he heard, Terry, and I said, well, I got the whole show from Friday at my the radio station here. And he was like, well, why didn't you text me and tell me he's going to be on then?
See, people seem to be saying that a lot. It's called pay attention.
Well,
We know that it's not number one on their hit parade, that they don't wake up and want to say, what did Tom and Buddy have on the show today?
Well, I just can't believe that the intern I'm talking about,
JJ.
all he put it, I wasn't going to mention who it was, but after all he put in this show, doesn't have it set on WOCA.com so he can listen to it every day from 3 to 6.
What's up with that? I don't know. Well,
He helped build this show the first 2 years it was on the air.
We built this city on rock and roll.
Just saying.
I got some odds in front of me. I'm sure Joe Williams wanted to discuss them. There's some other kind of interesting. This is Bovada as of May the 5th, so it's not the authentic odds, but you like to play long shots?
I do.
How about a 66-1 shot?
Who we got?
Florida.
To win the national championship?
Yeah, 66-1.
I'd
Throw a bob on that?
I'd put probably $10-20 on that.
Texas is 50-1.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste my money.
Here's a good one. Florida State. What do you think they are?
Probably 15-1.
33-1.
I'd put $5, $10.
Put a bob on that, wouldn't you?
Wonder if they did a odds on that little team in South Georgia that's in Division 1A now.
Are they playing Division 1A now?
They're 1A now.
I thought there was double A.
But they're in the Sun Belt, so there's no shot at them getting that large bid.
Do you want to put a bid on Georgia Southern?
There's no chance of them getting a large bid.
First of all, they're not listed. That'd be number
exactly.
one. But
because the Sun Belt's not going to get a large
here's
bid.
one for you. I'd put $10 on this. South Carolina, 100-1.
Oh yeah, put $10 on it all day. $1,000.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you this, though, buddy. When I look at the Georgia Southern schedule this year, they play the University of Georgia this year. They win that. They go undefeated and beat Georgia. You might have to start talking about them then, buddy. You may have to actually give us a little love then.
Duke, check that cup and see what he's drinking down there, will you please?
They beat Florida.
The best thing I see in here, everybody's going to pick the top 3 or 4, probably, not everybody. But Tom James, you're out there.
Where's USC?
14-1.
Really?
Yeah. Tom James, there you go. You got a shot there.
Odds, Alabama, 6-1.
Auburn, the worst odds. I'm going to look at it.
Yeah.
Alabama 7-1.
What's Auburn?
But the team that's favored is the team that won last year. Ohio State 7-2.
What's Auburn?
Auburn's on down a little bit. I had to look for them. They're dropping. Let's see here if I can find Auburn. Not in the top 10. Now that's interesting. Oh, yeah, here they are, 12-1.
Yeah, I was about to say they got one of the best offensive minds in the game.
And now they got one of the best
arguably the best defensive mind in the game.
Yeah. Will Muschamp can coach some D now.
He can coach some defense.
Yeah,
that's never been something that's been argued.
No, for sure. Let's just find one juicy pick here, and then we'll get Joe Williams to weigh in on here. One that we think is legitimately got a chance, okay? I mean, it's a long shot, but a chance. Who's got a big number? Here's one, Missouri, 150-1.
Yeah, Missouri's got no shot.
Well, that's why they're 150-1.
What about Georgia Tech?
Who did you bet in the Preakness, by the way?
Firing line.
Okay, thank you.
Stumbled out of the gate.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have ran the race.
Now you know what you're doing. Yeah. This is what's called a bettor's lament. Wine.
You got any cheese? Because I'm on wine.
I know.
So where's Georgia Tech in that?
I just looked at it a minute ago, and they're I think they're 50-1 or something. You see here.
They're better than Missouri?
75-1.
See, I'd take a flyer on Georgia Tech.
I won, yeah. So I don't see anything that looks terribly attractive. Because if I got to pick somebody right now, I don't think Urban Meyer's going to get beat. They're going to go clean again. They're really good. They're great. They got everybody back.
And if one of their quarterbacks get injured,
who cares?
Exactly.
I mean, now it's really difficult to do that. But, hey, you never know. So
I bet there's big long shots there, like Maryland's probably 5.
I'll tell you what. Let's go call Joe Williams and get his take on things. I'll give you some long shots. Joe will have a take on that, and we'll see what he's got to say. He's the gambling expert.
Well, he'll take Texas A&M, probably the best team to put some money on.
Yeah, the best team to play. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, we'll take a break. Come back. Joe Williams joins us on the other side of Mile High Sports right here on Buddy Sports Page on a Monday on
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant.
Hi, it's Lisa Midget, owner of the Proper Tea Salon in downtown Ocala. We are a Wella Professional Color Global Elite Salon, which basically means we really know what we're doing for your hair. We also specialize in Brazilian blowouts, hot heads extensions, and fabulous haircuts for men and women. We are located across from the downtown post office next to Southside Deli. Call us today for your appointment at 352-351-1771 or visit our website, properteasalon.com. The Proper Tea Salon, giving classy a kick in the sassy. Come see us.
If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lakeware sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lakeware. Seating now available.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account, plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account opened. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey Checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
Pay your taxes, eat your vegetables, watch your weight, mow the lawn, clean the house. We all have stuff we don't want to do. Isn't it about time you did something you wanted to do? Like getting your pilot's license? At Ocala Aviation, they make it fun and easy, and you can start by taking one of their Discovery flights. For only $99, you get to go up in the airplane with an FAA-certified flight instructor and actually fly the plane yourself. It's a perfect way to see if flying is for you. And once you get that ultimate feeling of freedom, Ocala Aviation can train you to get your pilot's license. Ocala Aviation also offers commercial flight training for those looking to make a career change and enter the world of commercial aviation. Ocala Aviation is conveniently located at the Ocala International Airport. So if you're ready to start your adventure, stop by or give them a call today. 861-7484. That's 861-7484. You'll be glad you did. I know I am. Ocala Aviation. Call today. 861-7484.
Ooh, ouch. Does pain have you glued to the couch? Yes, unfortunately it's true that every year we must get older, but that doesn't mean we have to deal with pain in our back, knees, or shoulder. If your muscles and joints are sore, don't worry anymore. Come get acupuncture from me and you'll be pain-free. Acupuncture starts as low as $35 at a Better You Healthcare. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein, at 615-5566. Stop your pain from driving you insane.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Welcome back to the Sports Page. Endeavoring to get a hold of Joe Williams, Mile High Sports, usually our Monday guest here. We'll see if we can hook up with him. Story I got here now on Everett Golson is apparently he's going to visit more schools, although the rumor out there has been that Florida State was the leader in the clubhouse for Golson. I haven't heard any more from that, but the story I've gotten now from Brett McMurphy, a college football reporter, says Golson is considering visiting schools, which further delay his decision at least a couple more days. He, of course, graduated from Notre Dame and was expected to announce today where he'd transfer. But he has not done that. Consequently, he's still out there. He's visited Florida State, Florida, and Georgia on consecutive days. Alabama says they want him, according to ESPN. It says here the schools included UCLA, LSU, and South Carolina. But I know for a fact that there's been no discussion about bringing him to South Carolina. I've talked to Coach Steve Spurrier about that, and he says that's just not happening. He says, and his exact comments were, somebody like that needs to pursue you. And apparently, although he's from Myrtle Beach, and I thought it would be a good fit for him because Spurrier's got young quarterbacks there. He's got to break in. Naturally, he's got a new offense, and his new offense might include Connor Mitch is a fairly good thrower, but not a runner. He's got a young quarterback coming in who can run the ball, Lorenzo Nunez, and Golson is a runner. The only problem is he has, and this is where he got thrown under the bus a little bit in South Bend, that he turns the ball over a lot, and he'll not survive with Steve Spurrier's offense if he turns it over. So apparently that's not going to happen in South Carolina. Jimbo Fisher, who was mentioned as the most likely coach to land Golson, said he discussed the possibility of adding him. He says, I'm not making a decision, he said. He is. Then we'll go talk and go through it. He's a great young man, and I really enjoyed meeting him. So we'll see how that – he's got Sean McGuire who's a junior. And we talked to Jimbo recently, and Jimbo said that, that he's making progress. He was fairly pleased with what McGuire did in the spring game. But he left the door open saying that we'll do what we think is best, what we has best for the team. It's got to be tough when you groom a guy like Sean McGuire, and you suddenly bring a guy in from the outside to play 1 year. I don't care how you take it. It can't be good. It can't be. It's going to cause some chemistry problems.
It just smacks of you were good enough until somebody better was available, and then we took. You know, we have no loyalty to you if there's somebody better out there.
Yeah, and that's the bad part about this rule. It certainly gives you an ability to improve your lot and to get a better player, and you always try to upgrade your players. I'm not sure this whole graduate thing is working. I just don't know if it's fair in some regards.
It's always been there. It's just now they've started taking advantage of it by graduating early and stuff.
Yeah, I just
Russell
don't know.
Wilson's the first one. He caught lightning in a bottle, and with his success,
and nobody really knew what it was. So and he exploited it to his kind. Anyway, having talked hockey, the Rangers and Tampa Bay.
I mean, the Rangers just did exactly what they're supposed to do. Lundqvist stood on his head.
Mm-hmm.
St. Pierre, San Luis, who used to be a Lightning player, now with the Rangers.
I sure liked Marty. I thought I enjoyed watching him play. I was sorry to see him leave.
The Rangers are the best team in the division. It's just they never do anything easy. And you lived in the New York area for a while. You were a sports columnist up there. I've been a Rangers fan since I have my strength coach at Georgia Southern was from Brockport. So he got me to be interested in hockey back in the early 90s when the Rangers were making their run to the Cup in 94. And so I've been a Rangers fan ever since. And the Rangers have a unique way of snatching a fan's heart right out of their chest.
Well, I always talk about this great sign early back in the late 70s, early 80s when they were having a playoffs in the Garden. And I remember that sign that said, 40 years is long enough. And that's how long it had been since they won a Stanley Cup.
And it was 50 before they won one.
Yeah. And so, but they're big hockey fans in New York.
Like actually.
Boston and really Boston, Detroit,
Buffalo,
Chicago, probably the best hockey towns.
In the United States. Now, probably the best hockey town of all is Montreal.
Yeah, we got Montreal, Tampa Bay, obviously. The Rangers.
Doesn't that seem just a little weird to have Tampa Bay just involved in hockey, period?
It does. It does, but I mean, it's
no weirder than Anaheim, though, I guess.
Or Atlanta. When you had Atlanta, that was really weird, you know?
Atlanta Flames. Well, Anaheim's where Walt Disney World is, Walt Disneyland is.
Right.
Southern California. Tampa Bay Lightning, Southern Florida, South Central Florida.
Well, Anaheim, Chicago. All right, so who's covering this hockey for us?
I could.
Who's the hockey fan?
I'm the hockey guy.
All right, so we got the Rangers at the Tampa Bay at the Rangers.
It'll go 7
tonight,
the Rangers,
8 o'clock.
It'll go 7. The Rangers should win that.
Down
they
one
won Saturday.
1-0.
Right. The Rangers won Saturday. They should win tonight.
Yep.
Tampa Bay's
tomorrow night. We got Chicago at Anaheim, 9 o'clock game. And
the Anaheim Ducks are the best team in hockey.
Haven't seen them play yet.
They're the best team. They beat a very good Chicago Blackhawks team 4-1, and they owned them. It was never even close. Every line change, they're better. They have on the Anaheim Ducks, they have 4 lines. Their 4th line could start on any other team's. Could be the first line on any other NHL team. It's amazing the talent they have in Anaheim.
Yeah, this game tonight is on NBC, SN,
right? NBC Sports Network.
So if you're if they get to a 7th game, let's say they win over the Rangers,
right,
and play Montreal or Anaheim. Anaheim, and get to a 7th game, I'm finding my way down there somehow. I'm going
you mean if Tampa can get to the Stanley Cup
and gets the 7th game in Tampa?
Well, they wouldn't get the 7th.
Well, it depends on who wins.
They wouldn't get the 7th game in Tampa because New York's got the.
No.
New York's got
the finals.
It doesn't matter. Anaheim's got the best record overall.
So that would
Anaheim gets the 7th game.
So all right. So the 6th game. Yeah, but I made the last 7th game when they played for the won the championship. So anyway, hockey again, a sport to be enjoyed more in person than on television.
It is definitely a sport you watch live, unless you're uber into it. It's a sport that is much better live.
And I confess, I haven't watched a hockey game all year long. Not one. I'm just starting to watch a little basketball, the NBA.
I've watched the NBC Sports Network. I'm very happy with NBC Sports Network's coverage of hockey. I've watched a lot of Rangers games this year, watched a lot of Ducks games. Remember, and we're talking about a sport that 6 years ago was on the Outdoor Channel because they had shut the league down for a year. And remember, there was talk that hockey was going to not come back.
Yeah. One more thing, Robert Kraft today, of course, saying, and he's still grousing about this thing, saying Tom Brady.
Did you see that website of theirs?
No.
Where they said the reason the kid's nickname was the Deflators because he wanted to lose weight.
I saw that, yeah. Please.
Please. Come on.
Like Lake Trevino says, I might have been born at night, but not last night. Jack Del Rio had a comment today. He said he thought it was very unfair. He likened it to the heavy sanctions by his alma mater, Southern Cal, on the Reggie Bush deal.
So Tom James has obviously said something to Jack Del Rio.
Must have influenced him, yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, we're going to wrap up the program.
Couldn't get in touch with Joe Williams today. That's a bummer.
Well, it's unusual because Joe's usually available, but we might have missed him. He might have been had a holiday or something. But I want to thank our guests for today. Michael Compton, always good on horse racing, among the best, and he joins us today at 4:30. We'll replay maybe that some later this week, Tom. And we got some special guests coming up if we can get in touch with them on the Derby.
The McCathin brothers.
Yeah, and if you're listening out there, McCathin brothers will be getting in touch with you. So also Michael Compton and Franz Beard. On behalf of Luke, he has the last name, Sylvia, my broadcast partner, Tom Schmitz.
And Ashley Peters.
Well, she's gone now. She gets no kudos.
She was here in the beginning.
She cut out.
She was here in the beginning.
She gets no kudos from me. All right, Ashley. I'm Buddy Martin. Have a great night, everybody.
Got a morning or afternoon free this summer? Then check out the rolling hills of Pine Oaks Golf Course in Ocala. Clark Creamer and his staff will offer you a rich golfing experience that allows you to play this Ron Garl design. A fully stocked pro shop along with a snack bar and driving range offer the full golfing experience. So come check out Pine Oaks Golf of Ocala. For more information, go to pineoaksocala.com. Book your tee times now.
Hello, I'm Dawn Lovell, lead event designer and owner at Party Time Rentals. Have you ever wondered what it takes to make an event spectacular? Well, look no further. It's what we do every day. Whether you're hosting an intimate dinner for 10 or a gala for thousands, at Party Time Rentals, we find just the right style and elegance to make your event a success. Our extensive inventory of the finest in chandeliers, tents, crystal, china, and specialty items is featured in our fabulous showroom. Stop by and say hello. It's a great way to get ideas for an event and experience for yourself how you can make your party time special.
Party Time Rentals, located on Southwest 10th Street, just off Route 200 in Ocala, and off Southwest 34th Street in Gainesville. For more information, call 352-629-8858. That's 352-629-8858. The party begins at Party Time.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Ooh, a xylophone. Sounds dreamy.
Yeah, they don't make them like this anymore, Robin. I'm shipping it to the Musical Historical Society.
And you're packing it like that?
What?